These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
Bro, tell me? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, tell me? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Brozomi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very...
All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. This is Day 4. Once again, we are your casters for tonight. My name is Annie, and together with me tonight will be Torix. Hey, Torix, how are you?
Thank you so much, Annie, for the wonderful and warm welcome. And yes, it is the day number 4, but the last day of the group number 2 as well. The group 2, the one that played yesterday's 6 matches, are going to play once again for their championship, for their top 5 positioning. And who will be in the top 5? We will find it out tonight. But before any of that, we are definitely going to hit the first match. We are in it, and the plane line is on your screen. But it's Sanhok. Any at the end of the day, it is Sanhok, and you can go wherever you want to go in this. Even Cow is going to be accessible right now for the teams. But my main concerning question for tonight is once again the same, that if we are going to see any kind of those early fights.
And that's what I'm curious about right now. And we're gonna find out whether or not we'll see any early game engagement soon enough. Since this is Sanhok, we're gonna expect the same thing. Probably this game will go by maybe in 15 or 20 minutes, and of course we'll be seeing a lot of engagements every now and then because this is quite a small map and the flight path is quite in the middle of the island, but still a little bit biased towards the south.
Ooh.
And now we can see where the circle is around the mid eastern side, but not to worry since this is Sanhok. This is quite quiet, but I can hear some gunshots right now, Torix.
Oh, we definitely can hear the gunshots. QBU is being shot at the side of the Camp Alpha. There is the team Coconuts alongside of the team Z Warriors. Z Warriors is going to take one down of the Coconuts as well, so both parties can have 3 man standing from this point onward. It is an equilibrium once again, but SC on the other side against the team Goat Esports. They're getting pistoled at this point. P18C, Crow gets a finisher on him, and with that, another player gets the elimination on them. But Coconuts, they're completely scattered. The Z Warriors, on the other hand, that's 2 players together, 1 player at a different angle that can potentially have that corner side, that angle side where he can maybe potentially see the players. But aside from that, I don't think the fight is going to go for much longer. We are going to see a wave of the clash, a wave of the fight. And then it's all is going to go completely down the drain. Muan came in with getting Kashi down. And now as Kashi is on his knees, Gabuli and Kurunba are the only 2 guys that are right now alive. That is Club Coconuts going down almost from this point onward. It is 2 versus 3, and the chances for the winner of this fight goes definitely to the Z Warriors.
I agree with you right there. And Coco, they have 1 player needing that revive, but it looks like the other members of Coco, they don't have that opportunity to revive their teammate. It looks like it's not safe. And for now, the other players of the Z Warriors, it looks like they will be pushing into this building where they have information on the last few members. But it looks like you can see someone going down from the side of Coconut. And here we can see also for the side of Z Warriors, so 1 player going down in health, but now they have reset. And now the other Z Warriors, they're on a hunt for the rest of the members of Coco. And whether or not they'll be able to find those kills, we're gonna see sooner or later. But for now, it looks like they're just checking the other buildings, trying to get information and probably some resources as well. But for now, it's a little bit quiet in Sanhok, and both teams have officially disengaged for now.
They definitely have disengaged so far for now, but on the other side, it is still a 2 versus 3. Remember this, that they took down 2 of the players of the Coconuts at this time, and I really have to give it to the Coconuts that they did a really wise decision of moving out of the perimeter, moving out of the area by staying alive from this point onward. But 68 players and 18 teams, and into the kill feed, we do see the fight against the different teams. AMGT, they have some knockouts on the team 4 p.m. There is the team SC versus the TXF as well. So back to back, those multiple fights, those multiple engagements are definitely happening around the perimeter. But Pinchu now with the barrel, with the 4x scope, can he take down at least 1 player of the TXF from this point onward, or is the TXF will be that team that might take the player down?
Yes, and that is the question right now, but we can hear some gunshots. Will there be any connection? Will there be a knockout? That is the question. But for now, we're not seeing anything on the kill feed just yet. Both teams trying to line up their crosshairs, trying to see if they can land any bullets. But so far, it looks like Raven will be going down for now, and that is an elimination for the side of SC. And for now, TXF Leon's LNS rather. It looks like they will be losing one member and they are now a trio for the rest of the game. And still, it's not over yet. It looks like IT right here trying to get some bullets into a member of SC, but it looks like that won't be happening just yet. Nothing is connecting so far. And now LNS, it looks like they'll have to go for the reload. And meanwhile, the members of SC, wow! Soul having that third party all the way over there on the other side of the mountain. That is absolutely just bad luck. You're just trying to get some eliminations and you get eliminated by yourselves. What an irony that is, Torix.
Most definitely, what an irony that is. But the only thing right now is how they're gonna make themselves get back onto their feet. This is the big thing because you have lost one of your players. Remember this. That you are in a panic situation from this point onward. On the other side, if you talk about the team NRS, Munsif is on his knees. Nobody's going there for the revival. But NRS, oh my god, Lucid, your position is amazing, but you actually picked up something. You actually just gave out the sound of actually picking an item up. This might give your location away, but no, not that much. Not that much. The player did not spot you at that time. He could not hear you. So Aku, he's still unaware of the surroundings, unaware of the situation that the player is inside of that room. But aside from that, Toko is throwing the grenades on Aku's sides. Aku is definitely gonna survive that because the grenades are not even reaching close to this guy.
Yes, and it looks like Lucid will be trying for that grenade again. Will it get Haku? It looks like something else happened in the kill feed, but Aku, it looks like he has his health up. Nope, that's not it. That's not it anymore. It looks like Haku will be going down. Aku rather, on the hands of Awaken from NRS and Lucid on a hunt for Shafu, I believe, all the way over there. But it looks like NRS has another member with their vehicle making some noise here in Sanhok. But still, this is tactical. They are trying to give a chase to the other members to try to get that eliminations. And it looks like TTS, they might be in a little bit of trouble because he's surrounded on both sides. And that is the end of Shafu for now. And actually, that is the end for TTS Esports completely from the Sanhok map.
It definitely is. Our first team is finally being eliminated from the match, and number one of that is the Sanhok. Right here, 2 elimination for the Z Warriors, but the team that actually got eliminated, Annie, is the team that is on the top position, on the number 1, and getting eliminated this early on, even in the first match, is a really big risking factor because look at the points, 72. Then we have LHC all alive with 65 points. So if they want to, if they have the opportunity, LHC may just be able to get this chicken dinner and just throw them down from the top side position. The TTS could potentially lose their first position in this match. But LNS, alongside of the Z Warriors, both the players, both the parties, are kind of in a safer side location, in a safer side distance, but the circle. In 20 seconds, both of the teams are going to be forced to retaliate back inside of that safe zone area. This is the stage 2, so you're still not going to get that much of a damage for you, but it never hurts to have a safer side for yourself.
Yes, I agree with that. And it looks like, speaking of the circle, it is gonna close into the mid eastern side of Sanhok. And once again, Sanhok is quite a small map, so this game might be going fast. And of course, we can hear some gunshots being fired, but none of them connecting. It looks like the kill feed is still quite quiet. And a lot of these teams, just taking a look at the map real quick, a lot of these teams need to rotate into the safer area where the circle is going to shrink into. Because right here, AZT, for example, it looks like they're still trying for some eliminations. Whether or not they will find those eliminations, we'll just have to wait and see. But over here, Club Coconuts, it looks like they are located. They only have 2 members left, and it looks like they're trying to stay safely here inside this building. And of course, whether or not they have spotted these members of Crown all the way over in the, I believe that will be the northwestern side of Gabulhi here. And let's just wait and see. But for now, it looks like it's a little bit quiet. Just taking a look at the teams. Of course, we only have 1 team that was eliminated. Unfortunately, it would be TTS. And LHC right here, they have a chance of dethroning TTS. Whether or not we'll see that, we'll just have to wait until the game is over.
We can safely assume that this is another one of the Sanhok that will go super slowly for the teams, just because it is almost the third stage and nobody actually took those fights seriously. Nobody took those back-to-back engagements, those third parties at this point, and because of that, there is going to be 17 teams that will be still alive. Yes, some of the players like Coconuts, Team LNS, they are on a duo side, but aside from that, everybody else is a full squad. The circle is about to take another shift, and let me tell you, it's going to go towards the eastern side. I knew it. I was gonna say that, but the circle was faster than I was at this time, so I'm not gonna take the credit for that. But SOL, Team Crown, Team Coconuts, Team Mamba, alongside of the Team NRS, they are inside of that circle. But at the very edge of the circle, we can see the Team SC, Team NGVA. There is going to be another one close to the Team SC side, and the main concern still rise on how and when are the fights going to ensue. The grenade comes near the Sense MVE Sports side. Vinte actually receives that damage. After that, Haike moved back into the compartment side, backs out of the compartment, so he cannot be naded back from this point onward. Only one elimination to the Team SC, and 4 p.m. they are in the front side, and the main concern still arises. Whether the Team SC is going to get engaged here, or both of these parties are just gonna move around from the perimeter and just disengage for the fight.
And we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, it looks like there's a little bit of action between SQD and AZT. So 4K right here behind the boulder, trying to see if he can get a shot at some members of SQD. It looks like the grenade will be going in. Will 4K get hit? It looks like it doesn't lose any health, actually. It hits nothing. So for now, AZT is safe, but will they be able to get any shots in? But it looks like in the other side of the map, LNS gets completely eliminated. And LHC right here, the spotting members of CNS trying to get this elimination. It looks like Manko will get one of those. And will they get another one? We'll just have to wait and see. Manko getting those shots in, but none of them connecting into a full elimination. And it looks like LHC will be resetting, will be disengaging for now, trying to see if they can get in a better position before they try again.
They definitely will get in a better position before they actually try again, because not only this, that they're outside of the circle, they have another team maybe close by to their vicinity. But on the other side, when we move to the Team Ego and the Team Goat Esports, so far it is the Goat Esports. They're getting those car ram downs on the players. Kamikaze with the DBS gets wiped out of the equation, and the Team Goat, they're facing a lot of really difficult casualties. White gets a finisher on him. There is Botu revived his player. Now moving forward, Kamikaze. It is a DBS versus DBS. Who shot first is going to get connected? The answer is Kamikaze's dead shot get connected, but it could not be done with enough damage that the player could have got that knockout. The player survived with that slither of HP. He managed to take down the players. And Ego, now with this, they're out of the match in a single split second. Everything changed from Ego's upper hand to Ego being disembodied at this point. They are no longer into the game, but on the other side, AZT, we can also see these guys outside the circle taking the fight. The grenades are going from the both parties. None of them are actually hitting their targets. This is one of those moments where you're like, yeah, the grenade can either make the thing or break the thing, but the Smalley is definitely going to do a lot of damage. That 3 first aid are not even going to do anything. What were you looking at, 4K, at this time? You were maybe waiting for the Molly to extinguish, then you want to heal? No, it does not work like that. You're going to get eliminated right there, and it is another team finally getting that elimination on them. 12 teams, 14 minutes in.
Yes, 14 minutes in, and it looks like we're gonna start seeing some eliminations going in. It looks like we only have 12 teams and 37 players. Still considered, for me, it's still considered quite a slow game, especially for Sanhok. We're actually moving into stage 4 of the circle, and there's still so many people alive, and no one's trying to risk it all. But for now, it looks like we'll just say hi to AMGT. That will be Tyrant's Almighty, actually. they have one member down and only one elimination. And so if they want to boost their rankings in the leaderboard, they will have to step up and take those risks, take those eliminations. But over here, SDMZNG attempting to go into this building and try to get those eliminations from the members of SOL rather. And now their team is actually doing really well. They already have 5 eliminations to their name, but one member needs that revive. And whether or not the other members have the opportunity, yes, they do have that opportunity to revive that player. And it looks like they will still be having a 4-man team for now. And now they're just hovering here around, trying to see if they can get those shots into the members of SOL. Whether or not that will happen, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, it looks like since MV Esports has been eliminated off camera.
So they definitely have been eliminated off the camera right now, but 11 teams are still in the match. And the players, the best part about it is that everybody from this point onward is definitely going to go for that fight. But Nagman, 24, getting that knockout, and SOL's player, there we have it, Zyrinx, that is outside of the circle. He needs to do something, but a beautiful, like, that peak fire that he did, it was amazing. But Zyrinx, nobody knows your location. The SOL kid is definitely going to strike through, take 1 down, take 2 down. That's a full team wipeout. SOL still managed to survive from this area. NGX, on the other hand, they could not survive. That retaliation was amazing on the NGX side, but not enough that they could actually manage to secure that elimination for their name. 28 players, ladies and gentlemen, 10 total teams that are still in the game. And with this, SQD, Tyrant, Playzone is going to take his life. There is those casualties going around. A CNS Predator gets predated from this angle. No is also knocked out. So the best thing that the team CNS can do is either disengage from this area or at least throw a lot of smokes, because you need to revive your players as soon as possible. Close that door as soon as possible, because if you don't, that will be your elimination. And June gets a finisher, and everybody from the team CNS Kuda Force, they are out of this area.
Yes, that's an unfortunate end for CNS, but over here with LHC and another CNS team, looks like LHC does have the high ground, and whether or not they will get those eliminations on CNS, we'll just have to wait and see, because they are inside this little house right here in LHC. They are pushing in. This is one of the top teams versus CNS, and just taking a look at the kill feed, it looks like a lot of things are happening, and some members of CNS are going down, but LHC doing really well. Wow, that's 2 eliminations. That is 8 eliminations for LHC, and Tyrants Almighty gets completely wiped out. But over here, third party RDS Crown spots LHC, and whether or not which squad rather gets eliminated between the two of them. Looks like Crowd is doing really well, but LHC, they're up and about. Let us see what will happen over here in the open field. CNS, only 1 member left standing. LHC, 2 members needing that revive. And all the while, Crown is hovering around trying to get that finisher on them. And it looks like 1 member of LHC will be completely eliminated. And of course, Crown is not done just yet with LHC. They will be throwing those utilities, trying to get those complete eliminations. But 1 member of Crown goes down. Black gets eliminated off, and White is on needing that revive. So far, Crown only has 2 eliminations, and it looks like it'll be a little bit quiet for now. Both teams will be trying to get those resets.
It is the case. Remaining players are on 11 with a total of 6 teams still into the game. Hisham now throwing a grenade at this point. Zyrex low on that HP. He's going to face that grenade. It's going to be over for the team CNS as well. And right with this, we are actually down to the top 4 teams. Not even 4. That goes down to the 3. Oh my goodness. Son of Blonde get eliminated on the number 5. Number 4 is Goat. Number 3 goes down to another team. That is the team NRS. And last but not the least, it is another team that got eliminated. Hisham from the team Crown. He's inside of that circle. Team LHS. Beautifully done on these guys. The way that they still have 2 to 3 players inside of that circle, inside of that safe zone area, is commendable. But I can't say the same thing for the Team Crown because one of the player is actually outside of the circle. He is receiving a lot of damage from the blue zone. But aside from that, Hisham, the solo guy, the only guy that is right now alive, it's all falls down to his tiny shoulders to take down this 1v2, try to get that winner chicken dinner for the team.
Yes, that's all hinging on Hisham for the Team Crown. And over here, LHC, Manko, and Madboy, it looks like they're trying to wait out Hisham. They're not risking giving away their location, even though they have the numbers advantage. But right now, all eyes on these two teams, and that circle is gonna shrink and force these two squads to go at each other. And looks like Hisham will be making that first move, trying to hide behind the tree trunks. But Madboy will be trying to get those shots, and he does. Then that gives LHC Esports the first winner chicken dinner of tonight.
We have our first winner chicken dinner, ladies and gentlemen, right here to the side of the team LHC. Beautifully done to these guys. 11 eliminations, total of 86 points. And this is what I was talking about. Because of this chicken dinner, they got that #1 overall ranking for themselves. 4 eliminations with 419 damage, 5 eliminations with 483 damage. That is Manko. Then we have Woods with 2 eliminations, 650 damage. And last but not the least, Raite 69 with 0 elimination, 0 damage to his name. And surviving till the very end. Wait a second, almost till the very end. Okay, they got eliminated there. But it is 65 total eliminations, 62 knockouts, 8,055 healing with 5 grenades and 25 assists. No vehicle elimination, unfortunately, in this match.
And I hope we'll be seeing vehicle eliminations in the coming maps. And for now, we can see MVP is LHC's very own Monko with eliminations of 5, damage of 483, assist of 1, knockouts 3, and heals of 29. And of course, his survival time is 20 minutes and 41 seconds. And I believe he does deserve it because I think it was Manko that had the last shot that really solidified the victory of LHC. And of course, coming on second is Soul's Itika, and third is Madboy, fourth is NG's Aman 24, and fifth will be Botu from GOAT. It looks like top 2 to top 5, they all have 4 eliminations. So, like, more or less, they have a tie, and the important thing is looking at the damage. They ranked on the damage. And here are the match rankings. Of course, LHC, they got a total points of 21. And GOAT gets 12, and RS gets 11, along with Crown 11 as well. Soul gets 10, NG gets 7, ZW gets 5, SQD gets 4, and Coco gets 3. That will be the first half of the match rankings. And moving on to the next half of the match rankings, we'll be seeing rank number 10 soon enough. But so far, looking at the statuses right now of the teams, actually, I remember, Torix, you mentioned a while ago, LHC had the chance to dethrone TTS, and that's exactly what happened. LHC, they got the chicken dinner. And of course, moving on to rank number 10, CNS getting 3 points alongside with AMGT. 4PM gets 2, Ego gets 1 alongside LNS, AZT Sins, and TTS. And Kuda gets 0 points for this match.
They do definitely get 0 points whatsoever, but going to the overall ranking, 86 total points on the #1 Team LAC stand. TDS now being dethroned from the #1 to #2. They have 73 points. Right behind them is going to be Night Raiders from the Team NRS, 72 points, 51 for the Team NG. Cody Sports with 48, 47 for the Team RDS Crown. Son of Lawns, 45, 43 for the Z Warriors. Aztec gets 34 to their name. From 86, we drop down to 34 points within those 8 total ranking system. 7 matches have been played, ladies and gentlemen. On the second chart, from the very bottom, finally the single digit has been skipped. They are finally above that single digit markers. 11-11 for the Kuda Force, CNS Esports, 12 for the Tyrants Almighty, 17 for the Leons LNS, 18 for Club Coconuts, 22 for Squadrons, 22 for the Team 4PM as well, 30 for Ego Esports, and last but not the least, on the number First of the set chart, number 2, it is Since MV Esports with 31 points to their name. Next thing will be the overall MVPs. We all know that the teams have definitely tried their level best to do that, and that they have really, really achieved that. 16 elimination to Toko with a really decent damage of 2671. Then we have 7 with 13 elimination, 2623. Cloud with 15, 2550. Mighty with 14, 2398. And last but not the least is the Team Souls player with 12 elimination, 2717.
And a really great job for these top players getting those damage in and helping their teams boost their way up the leaderboards. And for now, that is Sanhok. LHC gets the first chicken dinner, and of course, we'll be seeing Erangel 3 times later on, and as well as Miramar. Just the same as yesterday, and of course, this is the last chance for Group 2 to really try to get into the top 5 in order to get into the championships. But for now, this will be the end of match number 1, and we will be moving on to match number 2 after a short break.
Lone Survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me, you'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. This is the day number 4 and the last day for the group number 2 as well. But with me for tonight is once again Annie for the match number 2 as well. Annie, we are ready. We are ready for the actions of the Erangels that are about to come. The 3 Erangels back-to-back are on their way.
Yes, and that will be really exciting because Erangel is the basic map. Everyone knows this map. This is like the standard map for everybody. This is the first map you step into once you start playing PUBGM. So these players right here, they're back home, and we're gonna see that flight path going from the northwestern part going towards the southeastern part. And so not really that centered, but still it gives a fair amount of chance to go either northeast or southwest. So we can expect that these squads, they will be spread out quite evenly, and they will be landing into their favorite drop-off spots. For now, of course, this is Erangel, so what these teams will be prioritizing will be getting those resources in, and perhaps some vehicles as well, because this is quite a big map as well, but not as big as Miramar. And hopefully we can see some engagements early on, just so we can see some excited, like in the first few minutes of the match.
That is definitely true. So far, we are not seeing any kind of a clash drop in the perimeter, but it is going to change as we move near the Milta City. But oh my god, come on! What is up with the Erangels and this kind of a circle? This is again the same exact circle from yesterday's first Erangel match. Going to
Right.
Primox, going to Quarry, the Fairy Pierce, the southwestern corner, pretty much. All is in the circle this time around, but we do have to see the early fights, the Milta Power, the Milta City, at the same time the farm areas, and I do see some teams near the northern side of the Georgia Pool City as well, alongside of the containers also being contested by the team NGIX. So we can definitely expect some fights, but the main question still arises towards the team that if they want to take those fights, or they're just gonna play it safe once again.
Yes, and we've actually noticed yesterday and also from the previous Sanhok map, these teams, they do love playing safe. And that just stretches the games to way too long for us, that's what. But over here, it looks like SQD, they are just trying to get those resources in. But of course, we can see from the map that there is another squad nearby. Whether or not they'll spot each other, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, everything's quite quiet. Everyone is prioritizing getting those good guns, getting those resources, getting those healing items in the bag. And it's so far, actually, I can see just from the teams, ZW lost one of their players. It looks like they will be a trio for this map, and that's just something that you don't want. That is already a numbers disadvantage. But here, for now, it looks like the kill feed is a little bit quiet. No one has spotted each other, and no one is shooting at each other. So for now, we can expect 3 minutes in, this will be maybe a little bit of a slow Erangel game. So we'll just have to wait and see what will happen later on.
That is definitely the true case. What's gonna happen, we will see in the later on stages. But for now, everybody's playing safe. Everybody is going for a safer side approach this time around. The only still concerning thing so far for me, it is that for how long can they keep it up? Z Warriors, just look at them. They didn't even join with a full man squad, but VSS, okay, I see a VSS in the hand, and it is ready to take some actions on the Team Coconut sides. So it all comes down if the Team Coconuts is actually going to give that opportunity to the other team that they can actually use this VSS against them, get them knocked out of the equation, or from the player side angles. These are the big concerning factors, but aside from that, yeah, the lobby is going really, really slow this time. And the way that we actually saw the teams drop down into the Erangel match, the Milta City, the northern side of the Georgia Pool, it's not actually happening that any of the teams are taking those fights.
And there are some squads that landed next to each other, but still they haven't spotted each other. They're not shooting at each other, and I don't know if they have any information on their whereabouts. So, I guess everyone's just playing safe. We already know how these squads are. It looks like they don't really want to risk it. They just waiting for the right moment to strike, not peeking or anything like that. But over here, saying hi to the squad Crown, one of the teams that are going really well. Looks like they are top 6 in the leaderboards, and lots of these teams are doing really well. NRS, so I think this will be the first of the bullets being thrown in this match, and NRS shooting at members of SQD, but none of these players are going down just yet. But whether or not they will be getting those health down, getting those knockouts, just have to wait and see. But for now, it looks like Moonsif trying to get those shots to connect, but those shots are just not connecting. And for now, still 71 players left remaining, and we can see a grenade being thrown. Isto is in trouble. That is trouble, and that is one elimination for the side of NRS.
It definitely is the case. It definitely is the case so far. But If we are still talking about those factors that the teams will go for the fight, the answer is definitely yes. This is the first elimination the team NRS Night Raiders are gonna have for themselves. But SQD, slowly and steadily, they're also leaving the perimeters away from this angle, and they don't want to like have any kind of an engagement at this point. They want to make sure that they survive. But there's another team. There is another team. But SQD Tyrant on the different angle on the other side of that mountain. He's gonna take one player down. Unfortunately for him, I don't think he's gonna be able to get that confirmation because Ego comes around, takes Tyrant down. It's a confirmation. That is the retaliation. That is a third party that has just perceived their way around the areas of the Team INS squadrons and the Team NS NRS.
Yes, and it's quite a mess over here where SQD and NRS are awake and getting knocked down. Looks like SQD only has 2 players left and they are shooting at members of NRS. NRS is in a little bit of a trouble. Looks like they are losing one member after the other. And all the while, there's a third party as well. Ghosty goes down. Gut needs that revive, but that won't be happening just yet because he's at a very risky place. NRS only 2 players left and they only have 1 elimination to their name. It's not looking really good, especially if they do get eliminated right here. And SQD, they are hovering around. And of course, Ego, the third party, trying to get those kills. But Nate and Seiko and Kamikaze, they are needing in that revive. Bunty, the last member standing with 2 eliminations to their name. Looks like they have the opportunity to revive some of these members, and it looks like Ego will be surviving this clash for now.
It definitely is the case, but aside from that, let's look at this. Team Ego, the 2 eliminations that they have, the 2 knockouts that they also get, it kind of puts them into the equal equation at this point that whatever they're going to do, they have to do it as fast as possible. But on the mini screen, we can still see some casualties happening in a different perspective, in a different area. Team Ego, they need to throw those grenades. The smokes gets the player back up onto their feet. Team Coconuts, in the meanwhile, they took down 3 of the players of Team 4PM. 3 players down, 3 players alive. 4PM is down to the last guy, it is, but 3 men still standing for the Team Egos as well, and they have 2 eliminations. Close to them, there's going to be nobody from this point onward, but still 900 meters. That's 900 meters that they are outside of the circle so far.
Yes, and let's hope they'll find a vehicle soon because they're getting eaten by that circle. And yes, we actually saw that they were just recovering from that previous engagement. So they might be low on health, and whether or not they still have health kits to go around, we'll have to see. We'll just have to hope that they do because that would spell trouble for them. But for now, it looks like there is a huge cluster of squads needing to rotate into that circle around the eastern side of the safe zone. So it looks like we might be seeing some potential run-ins, some potential engagements later on. For now, everyone's priority is trying to get into the safe zone. That car was just sideways. That driver needs to get their license revoked. For now, it looks like CNS spots another squad. That would be Tyrants Almighty throwing those grenades, and whether or not that will hit, it looks like it does not because no one from the side of Tyrants Almighty is showing up. And it looks like CNS, they're not hitting any targets. Mazit is still inside the building, and it looks like that building is in trouble. It is on fire, but Mazit still remains alive. It looks like he's the only one actually from that squad that is in that area. And CNS is just bombarding his location with grenades, with utilities. But CNS, they are investing so much resources into this one elimination, but unfortunately, they're not getting any eliminations just yet. That is 0 eliminations for the side of CNS as well as AMGT actually. And so we'll just have to wait and see what will be the fate of Mazit here.
We definitely have to see when the fight actually is going to occur at this angle. But aside from that, the grenades are definitely going around the areas. They are going for those fights, but we do have to see if they're going to be actually going straight up in the compound to take those fights or not, because Tyrants Almighty, they are still kind of outside the house. And there we go, CNS taking 1 player down. It is the confirmed elimination of Mazite, the backside guy, the Zeus. He actually had the perfect opportunity to leave the perimeter out, and that he did. That he definitely did, but just staying in the outskirts area, you had the car, you had the vehicle, you could have moved away from the area. Look at the kill feed team LNS. They're also getting those car ram downs on the team Coconuts. Smile gets that confirmation as well. So, ooh, this is going good. But Annie, I just realized that there are 18 teams and 59 players. There is still not a full confirmation on at least even a single team, but oh my god, me and my mouth. As I said that, the first team actually left the perimeter. They're out of the match, and that is none other than the team Club Coconuts.
Wow. That was great timing actually. That was absolutely great timing. But yes, the coconut will be eliminated from this first Erangel map for now. And of course, just taking a look at CNS versus Tyrants Almighty. With the death of Mazit, it looks like the other members of Tyrants Almighty have this CNS surrounded, and they will be trying to get revenge for their fallen brother. But for now, it looks like Feather has spotted No, and whether or not he will be giving out his location to try to get those bullets in, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, it looks like No will just be crawling in the ground for now. CNS just taking a look at their status right now. No having one elimination and nothing else for everyone else. And just taking a look at everyone, all the other teams, it looks like LHC and TTS, they're still alive and kicking. NRS, only 2 members left, however. But it looks like, speaking of NRS, it looks like they have a knockdown on the player of SQD. Over here, Lucid going into this building, ready to throw that grenade. And SQD, they are all the way up high in that building. And NRS is trying to get those eliminations, but both of these teams are actually getting eaten by the circles. So these teams, they're prioritizing getting those eliminations. And over here, Munsif not risking walking up that stairs just yet. And SQD, they are in a good position to just camp out and try and take advantage of NRS trying to get those peaks. But for now, these 2 teams definitely don't mind the damage that they're getting from this circle, and they really want to get those eliminations in the bag.
That is the thing. They want to get those eliminations, even if they're outside of the circle. They know what's at stake right now. They know that they need to do it right here, right now, and do not let the other team have any kind of an upper advantage to their name. Munsif changing his locations, trying to give a false call out that he may have jumped down of the building, but no, that is not the case. He's still in the building. He's still somewhere inside. On the other side, we are seeing finally, once again, the team TRNT Tyrants get that fight against the team CNS. One player gets a knockdown and an instant confirmation. Happening once again. Tyrants Almighty down to the last 2. It is Itui with those together, the 2 guys versus a full squad. DBS once again making some noise on the Munsif's hand, but nothing. I don't think so Munsif is actually gonna push forward against the team SQD, because SQD, they have those locations already secured for themselves.
Yes, and that's definitely the case. But for now, just taking a look at the kill feed, it looks like Tyrants Almighty completely gets wiped out from the game. Actually, between those 2 squads, CNS and Tyrants Almighty, there was a third party that came in. That would be Goat Esports, and they have their eyes set on CNS. It was a fight between Tyrants Almighty and CNS, but for now, Goat, they are going in. They have 2 eliminations to their name, and they are out for more. They are out for more blood with those beautiful, beautiful vehicles in the bag. And now they are going to rotate into a better location, into a better area to get those eliminations. They have information on where CNS is, and I believe CNS, they have expended some of their resources trying to get Tyrants Almighty down. And Goat, they are fresh out of the bag and they are out for blood. But for now, speaking of out for blood, SQD versus NRS, it's not over here outside of the circle. They're still at it. They're still throwing some guns in, and Lucid is down. It looks like NRS is in trouble. They only have 1 member left standing, 1 disconnected, and 2 getting eliminated, and not looking really good since they are depleting on health kits, and absolutely not a good place to be in. Even if you come out alive out of this engagement, you will not survive later on, because you just can't let go of this potential elimination. For now, at least they're happy, you know. SQD does have 3 eliminations to their name, and NRS, there's only one person left standing. They're quite in a little bit of trouble, but if I were them, I would get out of there now. Just cut your losses and just rotate out of there.
That is the true case. You have to get out of there as soon as possible. You want to make sure that you're not into the direction where you can on you. But what I can see so far is the team SOL getting those engagements into the kill feed. SOL getting that first knockout. Now they're going to be moving forward. Maybe for that elimination, but they have to leave their compounds, their safe side location, to the side of the team SC at this time. They managed to take down another one. That's 2 down, but 1 player gets to revive. They need to make sure that even if they do get this elimination down for themselves, the team that is behind them, they can't have any approach towards these guys. SOL Zyrinx receiving those grenades near him. He's surviving. He is staying alive. The grenade goes to the Team SC side. Did a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Another one goes out. Unfortunately for these guys, it's not going to hit anyone. The players are still alive. The players are still standing into the game. But Zyrinx grenade. Winte is actually going to walk right through it. Right into it. Another grenade goes out. It is straight up on the face. Tui's grenade actually was that one, but Erangel tried a little bit. The MG3 is definitely going to do a lot of damage. Gonna take 1, gonna take 2. Oh my god, that third one down to SQL. You are down to the very last guy. Team SC, they have actually approached the situation against you, and they definitely have overturned this whole scenario against you.
Yeah, it's not looking very good for SOL right now. And speaking of which, since MVE Sports gets completely eliminated, that is 15 teams left remaining. And in this Erangel map, the time is now 17 minutes and 38 seconds. That's quite slow, actually, even for Erangel.
Yeah.
But all the while, just taking a look at how Crown is doing, it looks like they haven't run into anyone just yet. They have 0 eliminations, and they need those eliminations if they really want to boost themselves up. But it looks like they won't be finding that just yet. But for now, it looks like they have spotted some vehicles making noise outside of their location. So over here, LNS, they have spotted members of Ego. Whether or not they will be trying to get those eliminations, we'll just have to see if these 2 teams will engage at each other, because Ego, it looks like they're a little bit of a split, because Kamikaze is over there, the right side in that blue building, and 2 members of the other Ego esports members, they're the other side. So far, TXF, they're just hovering around trying to see if any of these members will go out into the open field. And right now, everyone's just waiting to see. And some bullets being shot at Haiti, but no one going down, no one get knocked out. But over here, it looks like in the other side of the map, there's another engagement as well. It looks like there's a third party, actually, CNS. They're getting shot at, but that's not going good for them because it looks like they only have 2 members left standing.
Well, they definitely only has 2 players left standing at this angle, but they need to move out of this area as soon as possible. One more goes out. Oh my goodness! Sekuzo is also on his knees. Back to back, those are eliminations coming around from the kill feed. And last but not the least, it is Biru, the final guy of the Team CNS. He gets a shot. He gets another one. If he does, it could have been detrimental. It could have been the end for this guy. But 14 teams, ladies and gentlemen, that are still alive. Team AZT is also on the verge of almost being eliminated, but they managed to survive it out. They managed to stay alive out of this, but not for long. CNS is the next team on the number 14 that they go out.
Yes, and goodbye for these 5 teams actually for now in this map. But for now, LNS versus Ego, it's not over just yet. Some grenades and some utilities being thrown out, and of course some bullets as well. But for now, it looks like Bunty will be getting knocked out by that grenade. Courtesy of the opposing team, LNS, I believe that would be the case. And for now, it looks like INS Squadrons completely gets eliminated from the picture as well. And we're just saying hi to TTS over here. Top 2, they were top 1 a while ago, but they got dethroned by LHC. looks like LNS, they're out for blood now, going against the members of Ego.
Oh, it definitely is the case. 35 players are remaining. 18, in fact, 11 teams, not 18. I don't know why I read that as 8. For some reason, it is 20 minutes into the game. 20 minutes in, and 11 teams that are still alive. This is stage number 5. Leon, low on that HP. He gets knocked out instantly. The cavalry comes around the area, saves Leon. Now it is time for the smokes to deploy. Smokes to be deployed. Get the player back into the shade, back into the 4-man squad. You have the 4 elimination. This is a good thing, but 10 teams are remaining. 4 players for the team LHC. TTS has 4 players. 4 players for the team NG. GOAT also has a 4-man squad. It's only Team SOL, Z Warriors, and AZT with a single player. Aside from that, all the 7 rest of the teams are a full man squad right now, Annie, and there is no telling. Because of this, everybody is a 4-man. There is no telling who's gonna have that chicken dinner for themselves in this match.
Yes, I agree with you right there. I'm actually don't have any bets right now. There are a lot of people, a lot of squads rather, that could possibly get the chicken dinner. But for now, Z Warriors is not one of them. They get completely eliminated from the picture. And that just leaves 9 teams left standing and 29 players left remaining. And it's not over just yet. Soul gets another kill the side of CNS. And it looks like GOAT as well. Spotting members of Soul. GOAT having 5 eliminations for their team up here in the trenches, trying to run into that safe zone. Members of GOAT, they are trying to get those bullets to connect on these 2 squads. Actually, I can see CNS and another squad as well. I think there are 4 squads here. Actually, the circle is quite small, so they will be running into each other. And for now, CNS gets eliminated. That just leaves 7 teams. LNN Aztecs also gets eliminated, but that was because I believe they only had 1 player left standing in their team. And for now, it looks like 1 member from Crown will be losing their lives to the play zone. And another one, a Smile, gets eliminated. Crown is in trouble. It looks like one after the other, they're losing their players and 2 eliminations. But for now, NG having 6 eliminations to their name, trying to shoot from a distance. And this circle is quite small. This is where the action is now, Torix.
It definitely is the action going around. From this point onward, it is going to be such a detrimental area because every place that the teams are going to go, it's going to be a complete open scenario. 19 players in fact, and 7 teams are alive. Kaneki gets another elimination. That's from 7. We go down to the 6. 15 players are remaining. 5 teams now are alive. It is NG, it is GOAT, it is TDS, it is LHC alongside of the team SOL that will be still alive. The top 5s, it is a 1 versus 4 versus 4 versus 3 versus 3 at this angle. 2 eliminations to the TTS. They have 0 elimination to the top side team. But on the other side, if you're talking about the trios, it is GOAT, it is TTS, NG Esports, 8 elimination. This is a huge number. LHC, they were the one that were on the number 1 position, and they're down to the almost 2-man. There we go, because Mad Boy gets eliminated. This puts them into a 2-man scenario. From this point onward, Team LHC, they have been spotted. SOL first gets spotted by the hand of GOAT Wide. He rams him down, gets him eliminated. Another team goes out. We are down to the top 3. It will change to the top 2 soon enough. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen, as it moves to the GOAT Esports, getting that elimination on the number 3. TTS gonna throw a grenade. Maybe it will hit, maybe it won't, but if it does, if it had hit, this could have been 2 eliminations with a single grenade. He gets a 1 at least. Zeke gets a finisher. It is the last guy. It is last guy that was alive behind that shack, behind that Havel. But aside from that, it is a 2v1, 2v2 in fact. So whoever grenades, whoever utilities are gonna actually connect, are gonna have that winner chicken dinner all.
Yeah, and Cloud is going all in, throwing all those grenades and still having stock left. And right now, TTS, they were in a bit of trouble last Sanhok map. But for now, they are now at least top 2 in this game. And they have the possible chicken dinner. For now, Cloud just expending everything inside his arsenal, trying to get those eliminations in the bag. And speaking of which, that grenade hits, and that just secures the victory for TTS Esports in match number 2, Erangel. Match number 2 of tonight. Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed to these guys. It is a really, really amazing winner chicken dinner that these guys actually got for themselves. But now it is 91 total points. They are going to be on the number 1 position. A single elimination time. We see 2 eliminations for Shafu with 206 damage, Saku with 4 with 275, Chinpo gets 0 with 608. Oh my god, someone get this guy some eliminations. He did the most work in regards of the damage, but he could not even secure a single elimination. Cloud, last but not the least, have 500 damage with 2 eliminations to his name. 62 total elimination with 68 knockouts, 9,000. It's over 9,000, Annie, at this point in the regards of healing with 6 grenades elimination, 40 assists, and last but not the least, 4 vehicle eliminations.
Yeah, we'll finally see some vehicle eliminations in this map. That's my favorite, actually. But yeah, that was the match summary, and we're gonna move on to the MVP of this game, and that would be NG Zeke 66. Wow, with 7 eliminations for himself, and that is 721 damage and knockouts of 6, 0 assists, heals of 31, and of course, survival time of 23 minutes and 44 seconds. And moving on to the top 2 player, that would be Goto White with 4 eliminations and damage of 699, just shy 1 point from 700. And of course, Goat 7 comes in at third with 4 eliminations. Aku from TTS coming with 4 as well. And of course, number 5 will be SQD's Ghosty with 2 eliminations. Oh, but wow, that's 697 damage, however. That is absolutely crazy. And some of these eliminations really doesn't match up with the damage, so that's a little bit unfortunate for those who did all the work. And for now, this will be the match rankings. Number 1, Chicken Dinner goes to TTS, regaining their throne as number 1 and with 18 eliminations and total points rather. And number 2, Goat with 16 total points, NG with 16 points. Soul with 7, Crown with 6, LNS with 5, Coco with 4, LHC with 4, and for number 9 we have SQD with 3 points, and that is the first table for our match rankings. And of course we will be moving on to number 10 really soon, and that will be now, since having a total points of 3, CNS having 2, Kuda having 2, Ego 2 as well, AZT and ZW also 2. And for 1 point, we have NRS and 4PM, and of course AMGT. Unfortunately, they have 0 points for this match.
They do. They have 0 points for this match, but moving to the overall ranking at this point, we do see 91 for the TTS. Once again, they reclaimed their spot on the number 1 position. LHC now with number 2, 90 points, 73 for the Night Raiders, NG with 67, 64 for Goat, 53 for Crown, Son of Lawns, 52, Z Warriors with 55. But still, Annie, my concern still strikes at the very end of the page, number 1, 36 points, Aztec, that they have for themselves. It's going to put them in a lot of pickle. Now, everybody from that number, like, till the number 8 position, they have above 40 points. But here on the second chart, we see 34, 32, 25, 23, all the way down to the 12 points. That is Sin MV, Ego, Squadrons, 4PM, Club Coconuts, Leon LNS, Kuda Force. There's a Team CNS Esports. And last, on the very end, it is still Tyrants Almighty. So a lot of work is needed for these guys, and on top of that, none of the second page team even have a chicken dinner. So whatever they need to do, they need to, like, first and foremost secure at least a chicken dinner for their name to get that confidence back up for themselves. SE7 has 17, Zeke with 19 elimination, Cloud with 17, then we have Soul with 14, and on the very end it is still Toko with 16 eliminations.
Yes, and congratulations to these top players for securing their positions as, the top players And of course, the match schedule of this wonderful day two, we can see TTS has secured the chicken dinner of Erangel with a total points of 18. And of course, there are four other chances for the 18 teams to secure themselves in the top five. But for now, we will be moving on to match number three, another Erangel map. But before we go, before we go on to that game, we'll be having a short break. And of course, stick around and don't go away. We'll just be back in a few minutes.
Brozomi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
Alright, welcome back to Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. We had just witnessed match number 2 in Erangel, and we will be moving on to another Erangel map, match number 3. Once again, I am your caster, Annie, and tonight with me is Torix. Hi, Torix.
Thank you so much, Annie, once again for the warm welcome. And once again, it is 72 players with 18 teams into the match number 2 of Erangel. Shooting range it is, that's it starting from down south to the Sanhok military base. Severny is accessible. Majority of the map is actually accessible for the teams. Quarry, the Ferry Piers, the Primox, Sanhok military base. If you're talking about Rozok, school, farm, even Milta City, in fact, is accessible as well.
And this flight path will give a lot of choices to these players, so they can go ahead and land on wherever they love their favorite drop-off places. But for now, it looks like this flight path is still a little bit biased towards the western side of the map of Erangel, but still, this gives a lot of chances, a lot of places to choose from, and hopefully we can see some squads accidentally running into each other early on, just so we can see some action very early on. But for now, looks like we're nearing the end of the flight path, and let's just see if where the circle will be, and that circle will be circling around Sosnovka military base, so that's interesting. A while ago, it was actually towards the west a little bit where Ferry Pier is, but for now it's a little bit to the center, and this will give the players a lot of trouble because going to Snoznovka military base is a hassle in itself, and now that the circle is forcing them to go into that area, it just makes the game a little bit more entertaining for us, Torix.
It definitely is the case. A South Circle it is, ladies and gentlemen. But Novorupnoi, the military base, that is still in the very almost the center of the circle. But Vinte, oh my god, AMGT getting that elimination with a knife. A knife! Itui, Mazite, there is Feather, these three guys, they will be chilling. They will be moving out of this area as soon as possible. And they need to do something as soon as possible to get their manpower back around the perimeter. Because one player, Itui, he gets one more shot. He gets even a single peck of a shot, and he's done.
Yes, I agree with you right there. And it's so early on in the game, I'm not even sure if they picked up any healing items. But for now, everyone else, it looks like they're a little bit peaceful, but not for Crown. So they get one knockdown. It looks like they are going against TXF. They have spotted another squad. But Crown, they have one elimination already, and all of their members still have all their health standing. So that's a good thing for them. Not a good thing for the other squad, however. So that is 70 players left remaining from the 72 that landed in Erangel. And it's not over. SC finds that kill on that knockdown. Actually, that kill already on Feather from Tyrant's Almighty, I believe, with that. But just saying hi to 4 p.m. here, just getting those guns, trying to see if they can find any other resources, just preparing themselves. But for now, these teams, they will have to secure those vehicles because a lot of these teams, they have landed, I believe, in the northern side of the map. And of course, we saw that circle. That circle is biased towards the military base. So, Crown has heard me, and they have a three players inside this little van trying to rotate into a better area. And for now, that's working out for them. And for now, it's a little bit quiet here in Erangel.
Once again, it is a default Erangel. The quieter it is as it gets. It is as quiet as it gets, but LHC, now they have spotted the team SQD. So it definitely comes down to the fact that if they are going to take that engagement or they're not going to take that engagement. 69 players it is with 18 teams. There is Ghosty in the front lines. Oh my god, some decent shots, some decent shots done on the player, the damage, but not enough. Even a single headshot would have been enough to get Ghosty on his knees and enough momentum for the team LHC to actually aggress upon on the players. This is Yasna Poliana, ladies and gentlemen. Remember this. Anyone who goes down is instantly getting rushed at this point.
Yes, that's true because absolutely crazy. Between these two teams, LHC and SQD, they are just peeking at each other, and whoever makes the first mistake, they get the bullets into their system. But for now, it looks like LHC and SQD, they have learned their lesson. They are gonna play it safe for now. They're just gonna wait until the other makes a mistake. But none of them are getting out of their location. They don't want to risk going out into the open field knowing that SQG is just around the corner. And actually, I can hear a vehicle. If there is a third party, we'll just have to wait and see. It looks like Monko gets a shot on Tyrant, however. So that's SQD in a little bit of trouble. LHC still having all members of their team up and standing, and it looks like Isto will be going down by the hands of Mighty as well. Wow, so that's 2 members down on the side of SQD unless they got some revives in. And Trippy also goes down by the hands of Manko. LHC doing really well, and SQD is in trouble because Mad Boy, they are rushing into this building trying to finish off the members of SQD.
They are definitely rushing on the SQD. The grenades are going forward, but will they hit? Will they connect? This still comes down to the bigger question. It does! D-Balls gets that nade connected on the player. Now it's time. Now it's time for you guys to push forward. Get those eliminations that you guys do. That you guys did. 1 for each, and it is a full team wipeout. 17 teams are alive. Within the 6-minute marker, 1 team goes out.
Wow, SQD completely getting wiped out by LHC there. Beautiful execution by LHC there. But for now, it looks like we'll be seeing some of these teams. They will have to move away. They have to move towards where the military base is because that circle is just shrinking and shrinking, forcing everyone to move out of the way. And right now, it looks like the kill feed is a little bit quiet. We only have one team elimination. Now we'll just have to wait. It looks like the Scar is in a little bit of trouble, however, but the important thing is these players will be moving. And actually, I can hear some bullets. Yes, this car is in a bit of trouble and someone is out for blood. Someone is trying to get those eliminations in the bag, but that is not happening just yet. It looks like the kill feed is quiet and everyone else is in a 4-man team except for, it looks like AMGT only has 2 members left and LNS, they only have 3 members left standing, and of course SQD was eliminated a while ago.
They definitely were eliminated a while ago, but now it's time. It's time for the players to make a different move, a new move for themselves because, staying in a single car, TDS? This is very risky. Your car gets eliminated, you are completely going out of the window, out of the match from that point onward, but still, somehow, he is a great driver, manages to stay alive with all the players, with every single one of their player. In fact, not even a lot of damage on the car on top of that, so I have to give it to his driving skill. On the other side, if you're talking about the team, AZT alongside of the team code. Both of the parties are ready to take that equation out, but there's the M24 in the hand of AZT. One headshot. Come on, just one headshot. That's all I ask.
Yes. It will be interesting to see a headshot here because it's just so satisfying. But for now, we won't be seeing any headshots anytime soon because it looks like no one is shooting at each other. But Goat does spot another squad, and whether or not they will be getting those eliminations, we'll just have to wait and see how they'll execute their plan because Goat, they are throwing all they have. They have throwing all those utilities and those mollies are just burning this house down. But no one is going down just yet. It looks like AZT is in a little bit of trouble because Goat is bombarding them with all they have. And Shate here, you're in trouble, but their health is still up and running, and Goat, they're not done just yet. They are rushing in to this building trying to get those eliminations. They know you're in there. They know AZT is in there and they are out for blood. Goat Esports, they need to reset because their health is going a little down. Kaneki needs that revive. For now, AZT, they are out of the woods for now.
They are out of the woods for now, but a grenade goes out from the Team Goat Esports side. Unfortunately for these guys, nothing hits on the marker. 0 elimination, but it's a smoke. It's completely smoked out. The Yesrook is not going to do anything. The PP Bison is going to eliminate the player up. That's the first elimination that they are going to receive for themselves. AZT, on the other hand, 3 men that are alive near the Team Ego's angle. So, Ego, whether you're going to push or you're going to stay into the perimeter, it's up to you. But you have to be wary of that AZT, if they get even a single knock on you, they're instantly getting that confirmation.
I agree with you right there. AZT and Ego, they're just lining up their crosshairs against each other. And all the while, I think I can see Goat, the third party, going in as well. Because I believe AZT was separated from Shate right there where another team was taking them down. But for now, it looks like NRS, they have spotted members of SQD in this bridge and they are trying to take down some of their cars. But SC, I believe that's SC actually. They are faster, they do have those vehicles and they are trying to get away, trying to rotate into a better area. But NRS, they are trying to gatekeep the bridge going into this island right here, but they do have those vehicles, and so it looks like they're not staying in this location very long. So for now, we'll just have to say goodbye to them. But for now, just taking a look at the other teams, it looks like a lot of these teams still have all 4 members standing. So it's a little bit quiet here in Erangel. Wow, still 17 teams standing as well. That's 11 minutes in. Looks like Ego Esports. Something is happening here with Ego Esports as well as AZT. I believe that was them. Over here, Crown, however, might be a third party in this little skirmish, and White getting shot at from somewhere. All the while, TTS gets those shots into CNS, getting those knockouts and eliminations as well. TTS, they still don't have any eliminations to their name, however, but hopefully that will change very soon.
We definitely have to see how the situation is going to go forward, how the players are going to go with that engagement and the fights. But there we go. There we go. SOL, Son of Lawns. They're getting those engagements on upon the players. Zyrix gets the Pinchu out. There is Chica getting the Winte down as well. Back to back, those eliminations are ensuing. SOL, Winte gets in the knockout. The Molotov is going outside of the perimeter. He gets the elimination by the hand of Zyrix. Everybody survives. 3 eliminations to Zyrix, 1 elimination to Chica. That's 4 elimination down the bag.
Yes, and one team gets completely eliminated from the picture. That would be Sins. And now Crown Black is in trouble, needs that revive, but everyone else, they are out for blood. They spot Ego. They want those kills. Black already has 2 of those, and they are looking for more. Ego Buddy in a little bit of trouble if Hisham gets that shot on you. But who will come out victorious from this? It looks like Ego is in trouble because they are surrounded by Crown. They are pushing into that building. How Hisham, let's see if you can get any shots in. It looks like Hisham's going down. Wow, one after the other. Crown Joker as well needs that revive. White is the only one left standing. And Ego, however, gets eliminated. That's absolutely crazy. Crown, they have 3 members knocked out, but they will be surviving amazingly. Miraculously, they survived that clash, and now they walk away with 4. I believe that was 4, or that was 5 rather. 5 eliminations to their name.
That is definitely some decent number of eliminations to his name at the very least. But 15 teams. 15 teams it is. It is the state number 2 that's about to close down. But car eliminations are coming around. No. Gets a finisher. Another player is going to get that car ram down. The confirmation, it does come out because the whole team gets a wipe out on their side. That's 14 teams right now that are going to be alive from this point onward. But aside from that, it is somewhat of the situation that the circle is going to give favor to some of the teams that are in the military base island, but I can see at least one name, one team. Just look at the hard south corner, Annie. There is one player in the water.
Wow. They just, playing it safe, absolutely playing it safe, because I don't think if I were a player, I wouldn't look there. Because why would I? But if it's working well for that player, whether or not they survive till the end, that's just something that we'll have to see later on. But for now, NRS, wow. What is going on, bro? LNS, they're having fun over here. No one's gonna check this island out. Okay, they were just there for the content, for the TikTok probably. But now NRS, they have only 1 elimination to their name, and they are hunting down some other people anywhere, anyone trying to get those eliminations. But it looks like, there's a squad over here, Club Coconuts. 0 eliminations, but they have all members of their team still standing. But it looks like there's another squad nearby, and whether or not they'll see each other, they'll try to shoot at each other. That's left yet to be seen. But for now, it looks like it's a little bit quiet. So we'll just have to wait until someone runs into each other. Looks like NRS is actually the team that's nearby. And of course, we have a clash between Soul and another squad going here in this building. Well, Soul is in a bit of trouble. 2 members now needing that revive, and their last member standing needs those health. But wow, 1 elimination. Zyrix hanging on to a thread, but still getting 4 eliminations for himself. And now with that Hail Mary, trying to get that healing kit in the bag, and they do heal, and they're out for blood. More getting shot at. There's a bit of trouble, and Crown is nearby. Wow, will Zyrix survive? And that question will be answered now with the complete elimination of Sons of Lawns.
It is the elimination to these guys. But aside from that, we are down to 13 teams, 44 players, 16 minutes into the match, and that is the military base fully contested up by the players. The Warriors 2 eliminations so far. 4 men still standing. Team NRS, they have 1 elimination with 4 men standing. 2 eliminations to the TTS. They have the 2 eliminations. LHC, 4 eliminations, 4 men standing. So LHC finally, once again, threw the TTS back onto the number 2 spot, and they have a single more elimination than the TTS in overall combined at this time. But on the other side, the teams that are still outside of the circle, they are still struggling. They're at least trying to get inside, but I don't know for how long they can do this. But LNS, you beast, you are taking the same contenders that has the potential to be on the number 1 spot. You got the damage, you got the knockout, you did a lot of damage that the player cannot even survive there. So all the TTS is actually going to do from this point onward is survive the 3-man, stay away from the perimeter. But Chinpo, oh no, this is the oh no for everybody of the team at TTS.
Spells trouble for them, but for now it looks like TTS, yes, 2 members left standing and 2 members gotten eliminated, and for now they don't have a lot of eliminations, and that just spells trouble. They might get dethroned once again, and actually they did. And for now it looks like they'll be trying to rotate into some other area, some of a better location, because it looks like their squad is actually located outside of the circle where they're gonna shrink into. But for now it looks like LNS are in trouble. They can see they spot a member of Z Warriors, and it looks like this will be a potential clash between the two. Smile is all the way in the back area, and he peeks, and of course Muan gets that kill, and that is the end of LNS in the hands of the Z Warriors. Z Warriors doing really well with 5 eliminations to their name. All the while Goat here, they have 1 player that got eliminated on their side, but of course they do have 2 eliminations, and I'm sure they have a lot of resources to go and try to get some more eliminations later on. But for now, we have 12 teams left standing, surprisingly actually, since this circle is closing in on Sosnovka military base. So of course there's a lot of resources lying around in this area, so this will be an interesting late game later on.
This definitely will be an interesting game later on, but for right now, it is 12 teams with 38 players. We can hear some shots, but oh no, Team NRS, okay, they are the same team. I thought there were like 2 teams, but yeah, there is 2 teams. Wait a second, on top of that same warehouse, there is the Team Crowns waiting for those eliminations, as well as Crown Coconuts, the Team Coconuts. They're getting some damage on the Team Crown. White gets a finisher, Joker gets a finisher so far, Team Z Warriors get TDS Cloud out. And back to back, those are some single elimination. Not a lot, but single eliminations that are coming around the perimeters. And majority of the teams that are still outside of the circle, we do have to see what they're going to do from this point onward.
Yes, and I'm excited to see what they will do later on, because it looks like NG, they're doing really well. They have 5 eliminations to their name, but LHC, it looks like they have trouble with 4 PM right now, and all the while ZW is not done with Goat yet. They get a knockdown on Kaneki, but 4 PM, they also get a knockdown on Hisham. It looks like 4 PM sees their end for now. They are getting eliminated, but Crown as well actually getting eliminated, but for now, it looks like the circle will be closing in this pretty open area where LHC has already positioned themselves, and LNRS is nearby as well. That was Club Coconuts, I believe they were nearby as well, but Goat Esports are not done yet. They have spotted Sheki from Z Warriors, and they get that elimination in the bag. That is 3 eliminations in total for Goat, but they do have 1 member down. ZW here just saying hi. Looks like Boko is behind this car, but all the while they lose 1 member just now, and now ZW, they're left with 2 members left, all the while Goat still has 3 members standing. So numbers advantage going to Goat, and Kaneki runs over Muan. And will they get that elimination? It looks like that'll be happening now. Now Boko is the only one left against all the other members. I believe 3 members of Goat Esports. Whoa.
It is the same case, but there we go. Boko gets that elimination. Another player gets out by the hand of Club Coconut. Boko gets a finisher on his name as well by the hand of a different team. Gabulhi actually came in another with a single more elimination. Clutchy AR is the only guy that was alive, but not for long. He finally gets his elimination on him. Aztec gets a wipeout. 6 teams are remaining. Coco, Club Coconuts, Team Goat, Team NG, Team NRS, TTS, and LHC. I really want to see where the Team TTS is at right now situated at, because they're a solo player. Out of all the teams that are right now alive, they're the only team that has a single player remaining to their name. And this is going to be a really, really hard-hitting factor for these guys. If they make any kind of a wrong move, any kind of a, maybe a panic move, because that single guy, he's not going to be able to secure more eliminations, more points for his team. But LHC, they are definitely, after this match, is going to stay on the #1 spot.
Yes, I agree with you right there, with 4 members still standing and with 7 eliminations already there in their name. That is great performance here in Erangel, but for now it looks like Goat will be losing 1 member to the play zone, and that play zone that has spicy damage, because that circle is closing in real fast for stage 5. It looks like LNN Night Raiders, NRS actually rather, they have spotted members of Club Coconut rather. Don't know what happened right there, but NG with 7 eliminations, they are out for blood. It looks like we have that would be 6 teams left standing in this small stage 5 circle. So this circle is gonna force everyone to go into such a tight space, and we'll just have to wait and see who will emerge victorious with that winner chicken dinner. It looks like LHC gets a kill, gets an elimination, gets TTS completely eliminated rather. Goodbye TTS for now. That is the top 2 getting eliminated by the top 1 right now. Looks like LHC is not done yet. They have spotted members of NG, but it looks like NG was busy spotting another squad rather. So this is getting really messy. This is between 5 squads. Yes, 5 squads left standing. NRS completely up in health, and all 4 members still standing. Goat having only 2. It looks like members of NG shooting at Club Coconuts. Club Coconuts trying to stay in that little rooftop, but it looks like Coconuts, they have 3 members of standing. LHC having 3 members as well, and NG having 4 members of standing. This is between the 5 teams for now.
This definitely is between the 5 teams. 16 players are remaining. 7 eliminations to the team NG at this time, but NG, Zeke, moving forward inside of that circle. The rest of this team do need to enter, though. Night Raiders is also a 4-man squad, but the 2 elimination, they're getting the damage. They're getting that damage. The reload comes in. The player gets taken down. Mighty Sui also takes at least secure that knockout that was in front of you. But Mad Boy, he gets a confirmation on the players. That is NRS getting a full completion on their side. From number 5, from top 5, we drop down to the top 3 teams. LAC, NG, the team Coco, Club Coconuts at this time. Kabuli, Peva, and at the same time, Kabuli gets a full completion. In fact, the team of Club Coconuts fully get eliminated. This is between the 2 teams. This is between the 2 tussled teams at this time. It is all up to both of these players, both of these guys, to do something from this point onward. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be secured by these players. One wrong move and you are out. You will be gone from this area. DWOZ, we can see him. Mad Boys is behind that ridge too. At the same time, NG, the team NG. Sante, he's throwing a grenade. Will it hit? The answer is no. The player still survives. Whosoever gets that first knockout instantly will have the better chance of securing that chicken dinner for the team, because so far both of the parties, both of the teams are on the equal terms, either a 3-man squad or a 4-man squad alive.
And this is exciting, because actually I don't even have any bets right now, because these two teams they both have a really good chance of surviving this, and looks like Zeke is throwing their grenades at nothing. LHC is towards more on the left side of them, but of course it's hard to get that information, and that's understandable. But Mighty right here throwing those grenades towards where NG is, but it looks like no one is going down just yet. But wow, NG with those 12 eliminations already a good number of points for this map, but they are not done yet. They want more. They want that chicken dinner, and NG, they are throwing those grenades. They're throwing everything they have in order to get that victory. But for now, this is a little bit exciting. They are trying to fight each other over here behind this boulder, and both of these teams are performing really well because no one is going down just yet, and one after the other. Wow, LHC gets knocked down. One of their players gets knocked down, and now NG pushing in, but LHC takes down one member. And who wins? Who gets that chicken dinner? And that would be NG, because LHC Esports gets taken down, gets eliminated in their hands. And now congratulations to NG Esports for that winner chicken dinner for this third match of day number 4 of this Maldives Championship.
They definitely got that beautiful chicken dinner for themselves. It's NG with 92 total points. Number 3, they come in 15 total elimination, 25 total points. Going to the individual team stats, it is 4 for Santi, 583 damage. Mon has 3, 573 damage. Zeke has 5 at 210 damage. And last but not the least, with Zano, 3 elimination, 271. But I am so amazed on Zeke's elimination. In fact, there we go. 5 eliminations with only a 210 damage. He stole a lot of kills. He stole a lot of players. Harder working eliminations, and a lot of people, a lot of teams will be pissed at him at this time. But 66 total eliminations, 68 knockouts, 9,384 of the total healings, 5 grenade eliminations, 48 assists, and last but not the least, those are 2 vehicle eliminations that we actually witnessed with the team, with the complete squad wipe out.
I agree with you right there, and I love those vehicle eliminations. But for now, our MVP will be coming from LHC Esports. That will be Mighty with 3 eliminations and damage of whooping 853 damage, assists of 0, knockouts of 4, heals of 462, with a survival time of 26 minutes and 32 seconds. Wow, that's no question. That's definitely MVP stats. And for now, our number 2 would be NG's Santi, I believe that is, with 4 eliminations. And coming in third will be Zeke with 5 eliminations. NG's Amon with 24 with 3 eliminations. And Z Warriors' Boko with 3 eliminations as well. So those are our match number 9 top players. And of course, after this, we should be seeing some other status, but for now, congratulations to the top players of match number 9. Still, I'm kind of shocked at the 853 from Mighty. That's absolutely crazy, and that's only 3 eliminations. But yes, NG gets 25 points along with that chicken dinner. And coming in second would be LHC with 17 points, Coco with 9, as well as ZW with 9. Goat has 8 points, Crown has 8 points as well. NRS and TTS, they have 6 points. And Soul will have 5 total points from this match number 3. And after this, we will be seeing the second part of the match rankings later on. That will be the top 10. But for now, it looks like we will be seeing that now, actually. LNS and Since, they have 2 points each. AZT has 1. And wow, that is a lot of zeros, actually. That is 6 teams with 0 points from this match. That would be CNS, Kuda, Ego, SQD, 4PM, and AMGT. And this will be the overall rankings of post-match number 9. LHC Esports will get the first rank with a total of getting 107 points. The first team to break the 100-point mark. Coming in second is TTS Esports with 97, SDMZ NG getting 92, LN Night Raiders getting 79, Goat Esports getting 72, RDS Crown 61, Sons of Lawns 57, Z Warriors 54, LN Aztecs at 37. That is the first half of the overall rankings. And now we'll be moving on to number 10. That will be Since MV Sports with 36, Ego Esports with 32, Club Coconuts with 31, Highness Squadrons with 25, Leon's NLS with 24, RDS 4PM with 23, CNS Kuda Force 13, CNS Esports 13 as well, and Tyrants Almighty with 12. So there's a team that already has 100 or more points, and Tyrants Almighty lagging behind with only 12 points. It's not looking good, especially since you need to get to the top 5, Torix.
They definitely do need to get into the top 5, but Zeke, it is 24. And after that, everybody else, everybody from the number 2 to number 5 in the overall, they have less than 20 elimination. SE7 with 18, Cloud with 17, Toko with 17, and last but not the least, it is Mighty with the 17 as well. So a lot of things, a lot of work needed to be done by these guys, because Zeke is actually doing a very amazing job for himself. But going to the match schedule, 3 matches are done and dusted. 21 points in the first, 18 points in the second, and third match gets down with 25 points. But another Erangel is about to come. After that, 2 Miramar will be the only concerning things for the teams. Remember this. You're only going to have this day. You only have these next 3 matches for yourself. After that, only the top 5 will be moving forward. So if you have a lot of work to do a lot of work. This is the time. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Go for the aggressions, go for the fights. But it's time. It's time for us to go for a short break as well. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this short break.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Once again, welcome back to Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. This is day number 4, and while we are not wasting any time, we are going in to Erangel number 2. This is Erangel number 3 actually. This is match number 4 for tonight, and we can see that the flight path is a little bit straight, going from north going straight south to where military base is. Once again, I am your caster Annie, and together with me tonight is Torix. Torix, how are you?
Thank you so much, Annie, once again for the wonderful welcome. But moving into our final Erangel of the day, final Erangel for the group number 2 as well. It is starting from Taverny all the way down south. I think this is the same plane path that we saw in the previous match as well. So it's basically the same. It all depends where the circle is going to go this time. Please Please be a northern side circle. Please be a very early circle towards the Severny, towards the Zarchi, towards the Stalber. I really want to see that. But the team so far, they're getting engaged into the Severny region. Those those knife eliminations are coming around. Those are the first fragments that did made their way. But AMGT, as they lost one of their player, they also managed to secure a single elimination to their name. But Ego, they have 3 men still standing. One player is even knocked out.
Whoa.
And with this, they have 2 elimination, but not for long, not for long. Bunty gets a finisher, and Team Ego is down to the last 2 players. There is, but Son of Lawn, Zerix getting that knock, getting that confirmation. Amazingly done by the Sky, and TRNT down to, I do believe, the last 2 players.
Wow, what are the chances of 3 different squads just landing in the same spot? That would be Sons of Lawns, Ego, and AMGT. So now some of these squads have some very, very early casualties. Ego already losing 2 of their members, alongside with AMGT with even 1 member going in the red, probably needing a revive as well. But Seoul, they have 3 members left. They came out with the best outcome in this skirmish. For now, it looks like Seoul gets another kill, actually, and that just leaves AMGT with 1 member left. Wow, that is not even 3 minutes into the game, and AMGT just aren't having a great time. Mazit, the last member left standing in Ego Esports, it looks like they have their smokes up. They might be going from some of those skills. They might be going for the other members of Seoul, but for now, it looks like they are backing away slowly. They might be looking to disengage, because they lost some things. They lost 1 member, but Ego, however, they need to disengage because they only have 2 members left, and they know Seoul is out there, and they know 1 member of AMGT is still out there. They are outnumbered. Looks like Mazit, however, is not out of the woods just yet. Seoul is hunting him down. They know Mazit is somewhere there, and they're out to get that last elimination and AMGT and completely eliminate them from this map.
They definitely are, but AMGT, the last guy that is surviving, Zerinx, he is going to push forward. The S12K might ensue on the player, but Tika's grenade made short work of the guy. Almighty, they are down. They are dead. They are done out of this match at the very early stage. The first team goes out within the 4 minutes marker. SQD, Tyrants, at the same time, the Z Warriors, they're getting into the fight. Ghosty trying to move out of the perimeter, but Muan, he has his eyes on SQD, but unfortunately, oh my god, he couldn't even get a single shot connected to the Bison. This is definitely going to hit him hard from this point onward. It's definitely coming to bite him back. He tried to take down Trippy, but Trippy had some decent amount of covers to his name, the Broken Walls, in which case he is going to survive. He's still going to be alive, but Psyche is one of the guy that is coming from a different angle. He's trying to approach the situation, assess the situation from the different angle, and it's up to this guy. It's up to that guy to make sure that he opens up a path. He opens up a path for the team. He gets a first knockdown on the team SQD, then the rest of them can actually follow, take the lead, take the charge from that point onward. But Trippy, he gets a lot of damage, he gets the knockdown. Psyche finally manages to get that first frag done on towards the players, but instantly Psyche's also one of the guys that got the knockout on him. Backside, Lily, you need to look at backside. Lily managed to get Jin down, but instantly the backside is still vulnerable. That's 2 down, that's 3rd one, 4th one eliminated. The Z Warriors gets 4 elimination, and with not even a single casualty to their name. INS Squadrons, they are out, but ooh! I was wanting this circle to go north, hard north, and it actually did happen. Not on the western corner, the Zarchi is still outside, but the Severny, and Kamishki, it is in the circle.
And I'm just glad it's not military based, but honestly, wow, your predictions, however, they're working in your favor. And for the players, however, speaking of favor, it looks like a lot of these teams, they will have to rotate towards the northern side. And I can hear some gunshots going at it at the side of Crown Esports. And 4 p.m. actually, they have a skirmish alongside with LNS. In Club Coconuts, in those vehicles, they have a vehicle fight, and whether or not they will come out of this alive, we'll just have to wait and see. But once again, 3 members of Club Coconuts having in this car. It's not a good look for them, however, because that is a huge mistake. But they are shooting at the members of TXF, and they will get those 2 eliminations in the bag. Club Coconuts, wow, that worked out for them, and unfortunately for that squad, they were just kind of sitting ducks there waiting to be shot at by Club Coconuts, and now they are reaping their victory. And for now, it looks like 4 p.m. Just saying hi. It looks like 2 of their members are in their vehicles rotating around, but some of them are still looting this house. And they have 1 elimination in their name. And just taking a look at the list of teams, it looks like we lost 2 teams. And now we only have 58 players left remaining in this last Erangel map.
It is 58 players, yes, 16 teams, LNS down to the last guy, Team Egos down to a duo, and Team SOL with a trio. Aside from these guys, aside from these 3 guys, these 3 teams, everybody else is not only just full health, but also a 4-man squad. 58 players, I remind you, you take down 5-6 players out of it, you're still down to 52 full players. That's almost like, what, 13 full teams around the perimeters, and it's going to hurt you so much. It's going to hurt each and every one of them so much that if they do get in a fight against each other, nobody's coming out unscathed. If you do, you are like one of the predators in this game. You are like preying upon everyone from that point onward. But SDM and G, they have the 4-man. They're close down to the Team SC, but not that close that they can actually like spot the player down, take that fight. But yeah, they heard the like vehicles, they heard the rotations that yes, somebody is moving around from this perimeter, so we have to be careful of that. But inside of that circle just got in, that is the Team RDS Crown. They just made their way inside the circle, the south side, the Multa city's outskirts. The best part is they're in the circle. The teams that even drop down at very southern side angles, aside from the military base island, they still have a really viable option of getting inside that circle easily, but the next circle is going to go to the Yasna Poliana. It is the dead center, and LHC, they already have their hands right tightened up in the Yasna Poliana.
And it looks like some of these teams are actually trying to get that early rotation into the safe part of the play zone. So that will just leave them to have a really good location, and it just gives them an opportunity to potentially gatekeep some of these squads from going into the circle. But for now, it's a little bit quiet here, 9 minutes into this Erangel map. And of course, this is day number 4 of the championships. And of course, group number 2, this is their 3rd to the last chance to even secure a spot in the top 5 in order to make it to the finals. So these teams, these 18 teams, they have to work hard. 5 slots, that's just very little. And speaking of which, 4 p.m, they are securing this spot over here just outside of the circle, but they spot another team. The GOAT is over here. And 4 p.m, they actually have their members scattered around. So that's why Poti isn't giving away their location just yet, but they have GOAT surrounded. And let's see what will happen now between 4 p.m. and GOAT. They are outside of the circle, but I'm sure they will prioritize getting those eliminations first. GOAT pushing into this building. Whether or not they have spotted one member of 4 p.m, that's yet to be seen, but they will be going here, trying to secure this location. And yes, both. One member of 4 p.m. goes down by the hands of GOAT. And of course, they do lose one member of from their side as well. And it's looking really good. It looks like they're not done just yet though. Another member of GOAT goes down. Kaneki needs that revive, but it's not looking good for any of these 2 squads. GOAT and 4 p.m, they are outside of the circle, and still they are still trying to get those eliminations against each other. GOAT, only 2 members left standing. They don't even have an elimination to their name. It's not looking really good. They should cut their losses and get out of there, because yes, 7 actually heard me there and he will be disengaging from this fight.
They definitely heard you, Annie. They definitely did, and that is exactly why they're moving out of the perimeter. But 4 p.m. Good thing about this team is not only they have the 3 eliminations to their name, they have the cars, but also every single one of their player is actually going to be surviving from this fight as well. But we heard some shots, we did heard some shots, but it's not going to be enough to take the players down. There are going to be some casualties, maybe outside of the circle. LNS, I really want to see what they are doing right now because the amount of HP that they have, it's kind of questionable at this time. Do they even have healings to get themselves back up to the 75% HP? Talking about the team Club Coconuts, they are close to the team AZT, Aztecs, Sharky, 4K, Shati, alongside of Clutchy, they're all together, but CNS versus the team Z Warriors. It is once again the Z Warriors taking those engagements to their name. You can already see the Z Warriors that have 5 eliminations so far. Getting more is definitely going to help them so much, but Shati comes in close to the side of the team Club Coconuts. Take one down in the smoke. He's going to confirm it up. The first elimination definitely goes to the team Aztec as this time, but Club Coconuts, are you going to let this slide? You have the 2 eliminations. You have the 3-man standing. You have the compound. So you can possibly make a lot of effort against all of these players, get them down one by one, but the players finally rushed upon, get inside of that building, and this is the time they have entered the den of the team Club Coconuts at this time. One player, as soon as he gets in, he gets taken down. It's a knockout on the guy. Sharky closes in, the SLK from Kachi's side definitely do a lot of damage, get the player down, but instantly the confirmations are on their way. Kashi barely managed to survive that full finisher on him. Now Hiva, you are one of the hope that you need to go forward. You need to go from the backside, get that elimination done on the last guy as well, because he's not leaving. He is not leaving his hand on the player, but as soon as he gets up, it's an instant down. Once again, the S12K definitely hits Kashi. Gashi, can you make the S12K work? The answer is yes. Hiva survives, and it is Club Coconuts with that amazing 5 eliminations to their name. They rushed, they conquered, they got those eliminations for the team Club Coconuts.
Club Coconuts, they come out victorious, but it's not over yet. Third party coming in the hands of NG waving their banner, and now Club Coconuts, they didn't even have time to breathe, and they already have grenades being thrown at them. This is not looking good for Club Coconuts, especially as they just got out of a fight from AZT. Although they had that victory, it's not looking good right now. 1 member down from that grenade, but coming in, looks like it's not done just yet. Club Coconuts trying to survive from this, and it looks like they will be losing 2 of their members to Man 24, and now we'll be getting the 3rd. Club Coconuts gets eliminated after that victory from AZT. Unfortunately, NG, they come out of this. And it looks like we have a 4th party, actually, with the name of Sons of Lawns. It's not over here in this area. It's just such a mess. And let's see. Actually, no, we are in a different area. They are against LHC outside of there. And it looks like Seoul is not looking really good. They do have 4 eliminations, but they only have 2 players left standing. LHC, however, they only have 1 elimination, but they have lost 1 of their members. So it looks like these 2 squads, they are on different buildings. So they are just waiting each other out, trying to see if they will find an opportunity to strike.
It all comes down to the opportunity. If the other team is going to actually provide them the opportunity, are they going to secure it by force or something? So it all comes down to the opportunity. This is the Yasna Poliana, though. Remember this, and this is not inside of that circle. Even though the 2nd circle, Yasna Poliana was completely inside of it. The grenade definitely goes over there. Tika definitely got small amount of damage, but not that much that it could potentially harm the guy out, could potentially eliminate the player out. The player is still surviving. There is Mighty with 1 elimination. LHC, they want to keep their number 1 position maintained, and that is why they are still surviving. That is why they are still trying to stay alive till the very end. TDS, on the other hand, or Mando, not a single fight, not a single elimination to their name. And this definitely raises some concern that maybe they have lost their confidence after like being overthrown twice into the same day from the number 1 position. So definitely they need to get their confidence back somehow, get into the fights, make some moves against the teams, because if this stays up, if this keeps up, somebody's definitely going to snatch that number 1 position out of you. The circle goes to the northern side of the Yasnaya Poliana, the city side near the Stolber areas, the outskirts, the full tilt mountain range is out in the open, and the circle has almost 90% of the area completely out in the open. Severny, some compounds, some warehouses, maybe, yeah, they can be used for the cover at this point, but not for long, because as soon as this circle is going to end, another one's gonna ensue. And let me tell you, Annie, from what I believe, the circle is either gonna go at the Yasnaya Poliana towards the hard southeastern corner, or it's gonna go completely northwestern side. It's either gonna be completely into the open, or we're gonna have Yasnaya Poliana's fight.
And whether or not whether or not each of those possibilities happen, it's still gonna be a very interesting game, because there are still 14 teams standing. We're already moving into stage 3 of the circle, and it looks like 4 p.m. versus Ego. Devil gets a shot down, and all the while it looks like Goat and 4 p.m. also has a little skirmish against each other. 4 p.m. Hunter in trouble, needing that revive, and it looks like Aihu trying to spot if it would be safe to try to revive their fallen player, but for now it looks like grenades will be thrown, and I don't know if Hunter will survive those grenades, but Ego coming in from behind gets another member from 4 p.m. down, none the wiser, and still 4 p.m. doing really well, though. They have 5 eliminations in the bag, but Ego gets completely eliminated from the picture, and it looks like actually I might have seen Goat over there in the distance, and if 4 p.m. gets that information, they will be trying to get those eliminations. But for now, LHC versus Seoul. I believe Seoul has 2 members left, and all the while LHC has 3. So numbers advantage going to LHC. But nothing happening just yet. They're just waiting each other out, trying to play it safe. All the while, 4 p.m., 5 eliminations. Looks like Seoul versus LHC. Something did happen. Someone from LHC gets knocked down. And over here at NRS, 0 eliminations. So far, a lot of these teams actually, they still have all 4 members left standing, and that's not gonna stay true for long.
It definitely won't stay true for long, so we do have to keep our eyes peeled up. The teams need to keep their eyes peeled up on what they need to do. It is LNS, a solo player, Team Goat a duo, but Team Goat has spotted one of the team players of the LNS. LNS, the solo guy that was surviving, he finally has shown his face around the perimeter. Soltika gets a knockout from the side of the LHC. It's a really decent knock, but the Predator is going to push forward. He's going to take down Zyrex, SOL, out of the match. Another team goes out from number 13 total teams. We go down to 12. 40 players are remaining. And I do have to say, it is everybody 4-man, aside from some of the teams like LNS, their solo, Goat, Kuda, their duo, and LAC at the very end, they're going to be a trio. But CNS, 4 p.m., NG, Z Warriors, NRS, Crown, Synth, and TTS, they're all 4-men standing. And I know that really sucks when you just slam your car into that rock and it actually flies over. Something you do need to be careful of those rocks, those pesky rocks at this time. But the fights, close fights, are coming around. Goat is going to lose one more player. White is right now down. SE7, the last guy from the team Goat Esports, are going to be alive, is going to be alive. The grenades, the Molotovs are definitely going to ensue. Behind this coop, it is the players. The knock did finally happen. Predator is on his knees. The constant grenades are going around. Odin might receive that damage, but this grenade can potentially take you down. It takes down White, but not 7. 7 is going to drop down. He has no path so far on getting on top of that mountain to get into the cover, but a third party from the backside is also ensuing on the Team CNS side.
Things thing over here in this area, but that's just to be expected. The circle is going really, really small. We're moving into stage 5 actually. TTS trying to get those shots in. Already 4 eliminations to their name, and that is the end of LHC Esports, unfortunately. But it's not over yet. A lot of things are still happening with 11 teams in the stage 5 circle. Wow, 20 minutes into this Erangel. So many people are still alive, but Crown shooting at members of TTS, but none of them getting that knockdown. Unfortunately, one member of Crown is in trouble, but they do get that knockdown on TTS's Chinpo, and they're going for more. They're trying to get that confirmation. They're trying to get Chinpo into the grave, but that's not happening just yet. Now Black, grenade in hand, trying to finish off the last few members of TTS. Will they get Chinpo? And Chinpo does get completely eliminated, getting that 1 kill to the name of Black. But now NRS over here still 0 deaths, but that changed very fast. That's now 3 eliminations to their name. Lucid in a little bit of trouble, and wow, Z Warriors gets eliminated. This game is gonna go by really fast, but still 10 teams left remaining and 27 players left standing. There's still a lot of people to be picked off in this last few minutes of this Erangel map.
It is the last few minutes of this Erangel map. Team NRS, Lucid is there, getting that confirmation. TTS, back to back, they're getting those eliminations down on the players, but Shafu, TTS, you are the duo. You are a duo. Go forward, get those eliminations as soon as possible. NG also has a grenade in the hand. DBS is finally going to take the player down. LNS, the solo guy that was surviving. Smile is no longer smiling in this match, but CNS down to the last man it is as well, outside of the circle, and majority of the teams, in fact, they were outside of the circle. 4PM, Ihu, Dawn, alongside of Predator, they're together. They are together, but CNS, their position, the only thing that's more concerning for the team CNS is their position was revealed. CNS finally gets the confirmation. 4PM also receiving the damage. It's an instant confirmation. Oh my god! NJ! You beast, you beauty, that's 10th elimination that you are going to have for yourself. 18 players, 6 total teams are remaining. Predator gets a finisher by the hand of the team SC as well. RDS Crown, 4-man, 3 players, still 3 eliminations to their name. Sins is also a 4-man, and NG, the only team aside from these guys with a full man and 10 elimination to their name. The chances for the team NG's domination in this match is definitely a higher one. Crown takes down one of the players of the TTS. Shafu is on his knees, and maybe he's gonna have the confirmation in a short while. CNS Dawn gets a finisher. Shafu gets a confirmation. CNS gets out of this match in the meanwhile. And we are down to the top 5, Annie. Annie, this is going so insane. 1 versus 3 versus 3 versus 4 versus 4. Team NG, the amount of players, the amount of eliminations that they have so far for themselves is actually mind-boggling. 11 elimination, 12 maybe on its way. It definitely is coming on its way, because they have took down at least another one of the Team Crown players, going instant prone, getting instantly into the cover. Now moving inside of that circle, Team NG, they're doing a great domination. Santi came in right on the face of the player, got crowned out of this match. The Crown, that was a 4-man squad, now is out of this match in a single instance.
Wow, all eyes on NG, however. That is total domination with 13, already 13 eliminations, but they are in trouble. It looks like, wow, they got eliminated though. I saw that they needed 3 players on the revive, but they got completely picked off, and they finished off as the 4th team, as the top 4 team to be eliminated off. But now it's between these 3 teams. TTS with only 1 sole member left, NRS with 2, and since having a really good chance of getting that winner chicken dinner with 4 members is still standing, but we'll just have to wait and see what will happen now. NRS, it looks like they are shooting against this might be Sins, trying to get those eliminations in the bag, all the while TTS's last member is hiding behind somewhere, and now Toko giving that initiative, trying to hide behind this car and trying to get those eliminations in the bag. What it looks like, since SC, they have this location here, and they have the vehicles, and they have the numbers advantage. Right now, they're having a really good chance of surviving this skirmish between the last 3 teams in this Erangel map, but for now, it looks like none of these bullets are connecting against each other until now.
Come on.
TTS, it looks like they are in trouble, but they come out alive. And Cloud, come on. Come on, Cloud, you are the last member left standing. You are the last hope of TTS. Just survive because NRS, one of their members are in the red. They are also in trouble. They're practically just a solo member now. And since they're doing really well surviving so far, Torrance.
Oh my god. Did he actually just took that elimination? No. He actually didn't. There's still 7 eliminations, the name of the TTS. For a second, the way he actually shot at the players, I definitely hope that he actually took it out. But even Crow gets a finisher from outside of the play zone. Now it's a 1 versus 4. It is 1 versus 4. Cloud, you have successfully given out your location. You're not going to survive. You're going to deny that elimination. And it sits since MVE Sports. They're going to have that winner chicken dinner for this match. An amazing end to a very amazing start of the match number 4, the final Erangel match for the group number 2. They've won it out. They got a really decent amount of eliminations and a chicken dinner on top of that. So we can expect at least maybe the top 5. No, it is still going to be the number 9 overall ranking for them. 51 total points with 15 match point in this game.
Mm-hmm. And congratulations to Since MVE Sports. They did have that numbers advantage, and that was a really clean victory for that winner chicken dinner towards the last few minutes. But kudos still to TTS Cloud for denying that last elimination. That was really smart because they probably knew they stood no chance against the last few members of Sins. But for now, the Steam stats for the winning team of the chicken dinner, we can see it's SEXXAII having 0 eliminations, Pinchu having 3, Vinte having 2, and Crow having 0 eliminations as well. But they all survived until the end. 26 minutes and 36 seconds. And that is the team stats for our winner chicken dinner since MVE Sports. And just taking a look at the match summary eliminations, that would be 65 eliminations, 68 knockouts, solo healings of 8,813, and grenade eliminations of 7, assists of 29, and unfortunately, and actually surprisingly, that is 0 vehicle eliminations for this map. That was Erangel, and we're gonna see Miramar twice later on, so I hope to see some interesting vehicle eliminations later on. And moving on to the MVP, none other than NG's Aman24 with 5 eliminations, damage of 676, 1 assist, 4 knockouts, and a heals of 111. And of course, survival time of 24 minutes and 19 seconds. So, going on to the top players, number 2 would be TTS Cloud with 5 eliminations, ZW Psyche having 4, NRS's Toko having 4, and NG's Zeke66 having 3 eliminations. And just taking a look at the damage of Psyche, though, 747. That is absolutely amazing for 4 eliminations. So these are your top players for match number 10, and of course, we'll be seeing our match rankings now. That would be NG with the winner chicken dinner bagging a total of 17 points. Since coming in second with 15, TTS having 13, NRS having 10, Crown 7, ZW having 7, 4PM and Coco, 4PM having 6, Coco having 5 rather, CNS having 4. That is the first half of our match rankings, and then we'll be seeing the second rankings now, with Soul having 4, and Ego, LHC, AMGT having 2, Kuda, Goat, and AZT, they have 1 point in this match. And unfortunately, SQD and LNS, they probably got picked off really early. They finished with 0 points in this map. So that was the third to the last chance of these 18 teams. That was match number 10 of Erangel, 15 points going in for our winner chicken dinner. It's for this group 2, they only have 2 chances left in this 2 last Miramar maps. So we will be seeing our first Miramar map later on after this break.
Oh, we definitely will be seeing our final 2 Miramars in such a short time. But for that, we do have to go for a short break. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go!
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go!
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. This is Torix once again, and with me, it is Annie for the match number 5 as well. The second last match of the group number 2, Annie, once again, welcome. And it's time for the slowest map of them all to take that lead.
Wow, yes, the slowest map indeed. And it looks like we will be seeing the flight path from the western side, the northwestern side, going down to the southern western side here in Portona. And it looks like we won't be seeing a lot of the eastern side for now, and we are seeing that these players, they are dropping off and towards the eastern side mostly, and we'll be expecting, since this is Miramar, yes, a little bit slow, but we can see that the circle is circling around the middle part of the map. So this is gonna be like a slow but interesting map later on.
It will be a slow, maybe a good one. We don't know. Because of the circle, it's going to diverse so many of the teams towards that, yeah, they need to move into the eastern side corners of the map, like Hacienda del Patron, the San Martin areas. But already, we are seeing some clashes, one at Petrona, one near the La Cobreria, and maybe some clashes at the Los Leon side as well. So far, I don't see anyone at Picado, or maybe do I, because SOL and alongside of them, the number doesn't add up because there are more numbers, more circles than the top of 4 in a single team.
And it looks like actually, I don't know if someone got eliminated, but there's only 71 players here. And it looks like LNS, they only came in with 3 players. So that's already 1 player off for the team. They have already an instant numbers disadvantage, and that's not looking really good. But for now, everyone's just kind of gathering resources and hopefully getting those cars, those vehicles as well, because this is Miramar. It's a huge map, and you have to constantly change your location. And for now, it looks like CNS actually spots members of, I believe that would be Club Coconuts.
They definitely have spotted the players of the Club Coconuts, but the main question still arises. The AKMs, are they going to hit the players? Do the enemy team even have any arsenal to take the fight on the equal terms? So far, it is Gobalhi with UMP. Okay, so UMP versus AKM can definitely happen. That is one thing. But the main concerning factor is nobody has the vest, nobody has the helmet. So even 1 or 2 shots is going to be detrimental for the players. TDS on the other side, they're taking the fight against the Team CNS, in which case they took 1, they took 2 down, and Team CNS now is down to the last 2. That is Kaiju and Biru. The Mini 14, the QBUs, the QBZs. Will they hit? Will they hit the perimeter? This is a bigger question.
And that question will be answered really soon. But for now, it looks like none of these things are happening. But so far, I think AZT has a skirmish with another squad all the way in the other side of the map. But for now, TTS versus CNS, nothing much happening. But in the other side of the map, it looks like AZT gets an elimination. Actually, they do not get an elimination, but they do get it now. They lost 1 member, however, and over here, Leon's LNS, it looks like they are lining up their shots towards where AZT is, but whether or not they'll get that kill, that's yet left to be seen.
That definitely is left to be seen, but Barrel with the 3 times, that's definitely a long range for you right now, Team Leon the LNS. But still, they managed to get some damage chipped in onto its players. LNS, Leon is going to get taken down. Sharky's going to get that finisher for himself. That's the second elimination they're going to have, but at the cost of one of their players that they do it up. But 6 times, UMP 45. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Put it on a different gun. Even a barrel, even an AKM, the single taps would do more than enough damage on towards the players, even if you get a single knock, a headshot connected on the guy. But Clutchy, he has a decent amount of vest. The helmet is not that decent. It's completely red on the side. But look at the circle and look at the players. There's a way that they have secured that circle perimeters for them. It's amazing this time. The map is definitely, this match is definitely going for a short period of time on a safer side.
Yeah, and I noticed in this in this day, you actually predicted a lot of things, right? So I really hope you're right about this match going fast. But for now, nothing much is happening. It looks like there's only one team that got eliminated so far, and there's still 64 players left standing in Miramar. The first Miramar, oh god, that car just flipped over. But yes, everyone's safe and sound. However, for now, it looks like ZW has spotted members of SQD, and they have taken Tyrant down. But whether or not that was an elimination, I don't think so. But for now, it looks like everyone else is having a quiet time, and none of the health bars are going down in the team list. So for now, we'll just have to wait and see if anything will happen in the kill feed later on.
We do have to see what's going to happen into the kill feed later on, because SQD, they have lost, they have got their one player knocked out, but not enough for the confirmation. The player is going to get back on his feet. NG Aman, in fact, with his four-wheelers. Okay, he's slowly approaching the CNS side, and ooh, things are not looking good for the team CNS, but look at the kill feed. Team SQD, ooh, taking the Z Warriors down back to back. That's one elimination, second one knockout. Z Warriors are struggling right now. Moan also gets a confirmation. The Z Warriors lose two of their players. Boko is on top of that bridge. But can he get two down? Can he get two down? Please say yes. He gets one. He gets one. He will get the confirmation, but the answer is no. Oh, come on, Boko. I had high expectations of you. You did the damage. You did that damage. Not enough for the elimination. Now the grenades are going, but the main question still arises: are they going to hit? The answer is a big no.
That was actually really frustrating to watch because Boko had such a clear shot and just no eliminations, none of them just happening. And now Boko has given away their location, but still SQD is in some kind of trouble. And speaking of trouble, it looks like ZW is in a bit of trouble as well, with only 2 members left standing, but they have their eyes set on the members of SQD, but they just can't get those bullets to connect. And for now, it looks like the Z Warriors, they will be disengaging for now because they are getting eaten up by the circle, and they will have to rotate into where the circle is going to shrink around Los Leones. So they will have to go there sooner or later. Oh, and yes, so far not much is happening just yet, and it looks like Z Warriors, they're not rotating just yet. SQD, 2 eliminations to their name, however, and they're still surviving with all 4 members still standing. So that's what's happening right now, and it looks like some things are happening between Mambo and another team. So we'll just have to wait and see what will happen now.
We do have to see what's going to happen now, but NG Sports, they had the one elimination, but now, as Aman is also on the knockout side, it's definitely going to arise some of the difficulties for the teams to ensue on those fights, focus on the players rather than just going for the straight revival. So you do need to focus on the players and as well as the revival. But Z Warriors is down to the last player. This is what I am seeing through that kill feed, through that live standing chart. And just one more elimination and the Z Warriors will no longer be into this game at early stages into the match. Already, Kuda Force, they have been eliminated. And Z Warriors, they're just one step away from being eliminated as well. Team NG, can you get Aman back up? Can you get Aman back up in full health before he gets that elimination, that random nade on his side? And the answer to that question is a definite yes. They get it up. Boko gets elimination too, and I do believe that the Z Warriors are no longer in the game.
And it looks like Mamba is in a little bit of trouble here in CNS Esports, needing that revive, and only 2 members left standing that can save him because Nono has been eliminated off, and it looks like they're not out of the woods just yet. NG is out for blood. They know where CNS is, and they are throwing their utilities there, trying to get those eliminations in the bag. And it looks like NG, they're not stopping just yet. They already have 1 elimination to their name, and they are looking out for more. CNS, they are in trouble trouble, and it looks like they have revived their one member that was down, so they are now a 3 squad versus NG with the 4 full squad, and NG will be pushing in to this area where this building rather where the other squad is. So just have to wait and see what will happen now. Will they get those kills, or will they get wiped out instead?
This is the bigger question, but there we go. NG throwing those grenades, in which case they definitely hit the marker. One player from the team CNS side is right now knocked out. The players are definitely going for the confirmations, but it still comes down to the fact that if the player will show their faces because there's a lot of smokes, one more player goes down. Mamba it is that gets a finisher on his side. Don gets a finisher, that's 4 elimination, and another team fully finally finished up. CNS Esports, they are the 3rd team in this match, in this first Miramar match, to get that full elimination on their side. 56 players are remaining with 15 teams. SOL, Hyunko, now leaving his 4-seater car. He is moving on foot, but right next to the team SOL, there's the Night Riders.
Yeah, NRS surrounding these other squads, and they are looking for those eliminations. But this positioning, however, whether or not it will work out for NRS, they have SOL surrounded. That was left yet to be seen. But for now, it looks like SOL is in a little bit of trouble. They're taking some damage from the utilities of NRS, but however, they're not going down without a fight. They are trying to line up those crosshairs, trying to get some shots into NRS, but they get shot at instead. Hyanko will need that revive now, and now 3 people left standing on the side of SOL.
It's only 3 players remaining right now, but Hyunko, he may potentially receive the revive as soon as possible. This is the bigger concerning thing, but SOL, ooh, be careful of your surroundings. RX also got a lot of damage. This can potentially wind up the scenario that, yeah, maybe a third party may ensue at this angle. Tika is there. Lucid is ready for that action. Tika versus Lucid. It's definitely happening into the long-range quarters, but no casualties, no damage so far. And this puts a really hard-hitting factor on the players on whatever they're going to do. They need to do it as fast as possible. They need to do it as soon as possible. Toko, he gets that knockout on DZX, but at the same time, as DZX is knocked out, Lucid is also going to go down. That's 2 down for the team NRS.
Yes, and 2 people needing that revive, and only 2 people left standing in NRS. Whether or not they can revive those 2 members that's left yet to be seen, because Seoul, they are still not done, and it looks like they took another team, another person from NRS down, and that just leaves 1 left. Seoul has NRS surrounded, and let's see, that is the whole NRS eliminated by the hands of Seoul, and now they are reaping the fruits of their victory. And all the while, TTS, however, spots members of SC, and it looks like TTS is in a bit of trouble. 3 members in the red, but all the while, SC, they have all members with their health still standing, and still some utilities being thrown from both sides, but no one showing up in the kill feed yet, so let's just have to wait and see. It looks like Pinchu will be our first casualty in this clash.
Oh, it definitely is the case, but the grenades are coming around the perimeters. 14 players, 14 teams, in fact, are still alive, but TTS, SC, TDS, it is time for you to move forward, get those eliminations on the players or not. But aside from that, SC, they're just chilling here. TTS is going to be that team that's going to disengage from this fight, and a decent amount of elimination already are into their name. But oh no, this can be detrimental. This car rammed down could have been detrimental, but they really recovered from that.
Oh man, that was just getting hit right on the face, and there's nothing Shafu could have done. But now 4 p.m. in a little bit of trouble, and it looks like TTS will be surrounding them, but Cloud gets on the red, needs that revive, and 4 p.m. they have 1 elimination in the bag from that clash, and they get Cloud down as well. That is the 2nd elimination in the bag. TTS in trouble. They only have 2 members left standing, and 4 p.m. has them surrounded. And what will be the fate of TTS? We'll just have to wait and see because it looks like they do have 5 eliminations in the bag, but now they have the numbers disadvantage against 4 p.m. and 4 p.m. They know the last 2 members of TTS is still out there, and they are not gonna stop until they can get those eliminations to their name.
We definitely have to see that, but aside from that, look at the team ego. They're down to the 2 players. They're down to the 2 players, and this is a really concerning thing for a lot of teams. A lot of teams, in fact, those that they have lost some of their players, even 1 player. Miramar is a force to reckon with. Miramar is one of the force that you guys do need to cover up for yourself. But on the other side, if you're talking about the Circle is going to go straight up to the Lost Leons. Every team that was fighting on the northwestern corner, like 4 p.m, TDS, SOL, now, they need to disengage. They need to move out of that perimeter, get in the circle, stay in the safer side, and have those compounds that they actually left a while ago to be in the circle to get once again inside of that circle. But SQD, Ego, in the fight. Once again, Annie.
And this is interesting. Actually, I think there are 3 different squads in this area, but none of them are risking it to go out of this place. But yes, as you said, some of these squads, they need to rotate. But for now, AZT Sharky, do they get those shots in the bag? It looks like their team is actually in trouble. And Sharky, speaking of trouble, wow, gets eliminated, gets picked off. Their whole team gets eliminated. That would be the 14th team, 14th top 14th team, however. But now it looks like this will be the interesting part of the map. We are in stage 4 of the circle, nearing the stage 5, and we still have 13 teams standing and 43 players left alive. We are 16 minutes into this Miramar map, and it seems like it's going a little bit fast, Oryx.
Yeah, this Miramar is definitely going faster than the previous ones that we have seen. 43 players are remaining, 13 teams are alive, and now with 17 minutes into the game, 4 p.m. it is, NG, SQD, SOL, TDS, everybody that's a full squad or a trio. That's one thing. That's one thing that they have to be careful on what they're going to do. But on the other side, if we're talking about the GOAT, Team GOAT is also taking the fight. They're getting SOL players down. Botu gets TCAD knocked out, finished up. Hyanko also gets a knockdown from the NG side. Wait a second, that's not one team. That's 2 different teams taking the fight against the Team SOL at this time. And SOL, they're really in a pinch position.
And with that grenade thrown, that will just be more trouble. But right now, Ego, speaking of trouble, Nate on the red, but they managed to heal themselves just in time to face off with the members of NG. But that is a 3 versus 1, and of course, Nate stood no chance. Their whole team just got wiped out. Ego Esports gets eliminated by the hands of NG. Meanwhile, NG, wow, one of their players have five eliminations just to their name. And speaking of trouble, SQD over here crawling their way to safety, and just one after the other, actually 2 teams just got eliminated off the roster. And now, since we are in stage 5 of the circle, lots of things are gonna happen here.
Yeah, this is the stage number 5, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Lost Leons that is being ensued by all of the players, all of the teams. GRNT, Payne gets a play zone elimination. Trippy also gets that elimination. Winte, now, from the NG side, they get a knockdown on the team Winte's, but Zeus, the solo guy outside of the circle. You need to move in. You made a wrong choice, and it's over. It's over for you, Tyrants Almighty. They're no longer into the game. We are down to the top 9 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Team Sins is down to the last 2 players. GOAT with a 4-man, 1 elimination. It is a good job. It is a good thing that they are situated at this place. But 9 total teams. 9 total teams with 5 in fact, not even 4, 5 total squads.
That will just spell trouble for later on, but for now, LHC spots a member of Soul and takes them down, and now they are on the red. Manko trying to throw that grenade just to finish off the job. And will they get that elimination? Unfortunately, no. With still 0 eliminations to their name, they have to step up and try to get those points in the bag because they have to secure their place in the top 5. Once again, this is match number 5 of this tonight. So this is the second to the last chance of these 18 teams to land their spot in the finals. And for now, it just looks like we just have to wait a little longer for the circle to force everyone to face each other.
Oh yeah, it definitely is going to be the case that the circle is about to make another turn and another shift. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1, and it's gonna go south, go south, circle. It actually went a really decent position down into the very center of the heart of the Lost Leon. It's amazing, but SC, they got the elimination on the mini screen. We can also see the Club Coconuts taking 1, taking 2 down of the team Goat at this time. Wait a second, that's 2 down, not 1. For a second, I thought that was just a single guy, but Club Coconuts is going to take the team Leon's LNS out of the match as well. SQD, they also got the elimination on them by the hand of the team Goat. So back-to-back, those 2 teams are finally going to be taken apart into the game. 22 players are remaining with 6 total teams, 20 minutes into the match, and Team NG versus LHC is about to happen. On the backside, Team SQL is also into the vicinity of LHC.
LHC, actually, speaking of which, they still have 0 eliminations. It looks like they don't have any luck securing those kills, but for now, speaking of luck, Manko did not get any luck just trying to get those bullets to connect, but instead they got shot at and needs that revive. For now, we still have all 6 teams rather left standing, and it looks like LHC is in trouble. To one member, Manko, needing that revive but not getting it, and now another team member of theirs is on the red needing those heals, and it looks like Club Coconuts, they are nearby, and LHC is in trouble. They have been Molotoved in their area, and it looks like it's not looking really good. But for now, that circle is closing in really quickly, and hopefully we can see some eliminations now.
We are definitely going to see some eliminations at this point, but it is total 19 players and 6 still teams. SOL down to the solo, LAT, Team Coco. They are a 3-man, but Crown, Goat, and G, the only teams alive that are still alive with 4-man squads. Goat, Mighty City, they are here, but LAT, you don't need to make any kind of a move. You just let the other team move towards your perimeter, but Goat, they're taking the fight against the Team NG. Santi gets a knockdown, gets maybe a confirmation. He's gonna bleed out. There we go. Goat is gonna have another elimination to their name. But NG, they're not gonna let this go. They're not definitely gonna let this go. But LAC from the backside, they're coming in back to back. That's 2 elimination, 3 elimination. That's all 4 of the Team Goat players eliminated out of the match. LAC, that's 4 elimination to their name. Mighty gets 3. 1 still goes to the side of the Team LHC Goat. Beautifully done to these guys, from these guys, but NG, they're also receiving a lot of damage. They're getting some knockdowns on their side, but Crown Black closes in, instantly gets denied. That's a knockdown. The UMP is definitely going to work it out. RDS Crown wins it out. NG, they're out. Stones, SDM, and Z, they're out of this match. We are down to any top 4 teams.
Yes, and that top 4 teams would be Crown, LHC, Soul, and Coco. These last few minutes of Miramar, we are in stage 7, and wow, I don't even see the circle at this point in the map. And now Crown, actually, they have all 4 members still left standing, so they do have that numbers advantage. But LHC coming in second with the 3-man team, and we'll just have to wait and see what will happen now. It looks like we can hear some gunshots, but for now, there's only 1 member from Coconut that gets knocked out, and that is the whole elimination of their team. But coming in next is SOL getting picked off as well. Now this is just between Crown and LHC. Crown having all 4 members left standing, and that circle is just forcing them closer and closer to each other. There are some utilities being used, but for now there's only 1 member of LHC that gets knocked down. But as I was saying, Hisham also gets knocked down with that grenade, and now Crown and LHC, they have 2 members. They have actually they have traded some members to each other, but LHC is in trouble. It looks like there's only 1 member that is still standing, and with that last shot, and it looks like Crown will be getting this winner chicken dinner for the first Miramar match and match number 5 of this day 4.
It is the match number 5 of the day number 4. It is a winner chicken dinner for the players, for the teams. And RDS Crown with 10 elimination, 20 total points. They are going to be into the overall number 5 with 88 points to their name. 1,650 total damage that they did. But Joker having 3 elimination, Sham having 1, 2 for whites, and 4 for black. Amazingly done by these guys. They did a decent amount of damage, amount of eliminations that they finally got their hand into.
And my eyes are on Crown Black with 646 damage. That's absolutely crazy. But match summary, we have eliminations of 55, knockouts of 62, total healings of 8,447, grenade eliminations, 28 assists, and disappointingly, we didn't see any vehicle eliminations for now. And that is the match summary, and we will be moving on next to I believe this will be the MVP later on. I believe. Yes.
Yeah, that will be the MVP of the match. And 981 damage, 7 elimination, 2 assists, 4 knockouts, and just a measly 109 healing to this guy. This guy, in 22 minutes, only healed maybe once, maybe twice maximum, maybe even 3 times with the bandages if he had used them. But aside from that, he was completely unbeatable at this time. 7 eliminations, I mean, that's a huge number.
Yes, and actually that was 981 damage for 7 eliminations. Coming in second, however, is Crown's Black with 4 eliminations. Next is LHC's Mighty with 3 eliminations, and next coming in fourth is TTS's Chinpo with 3 eliminations, and then next in number 5 we have Tyrant with 3 eliminations. Very decent amount of damage, but honestly 981 damage from NG's Anthe, that just stands out in the statistics.
It will stand up into the statistic, but this is like a really decent match that the player did. After 20 points, we are seeing 14, then 11, then 10. From number 5, the double-digit marker stays away. SQD 8, 6 for Code, Coco with 5, alongside of TTS, AZT with a 3. Second chart is one of the few factors that is going to prove a lot of teams with the 0 points, but we do have to see about that and how the teams can potentially change it up for themselves, Annie, because TDS, they were somewhere into the top, and now they're struggling at the very end of the game, and just look at that. That's 6 of zeros. CNS, CUDA, Ego, NRS, Sense, and ZW.
And fortunately for these teams, actually, this is one of their last chances to really get their way up to the finals. And see, over here, match number 11 for this group number 2. 20 points going in for the Crown. They have the winner chicken dinner, and these 18 teams, they have this last chance to get those points, to bag their points, to get into the top 5, to get even a chance to step into the finals. And for now, we will be seeing Miramar match number 6 of today later on. And for now, we will just have to wait and see what will happen now, because no pressure, but this is the last chance for group number 2 to really secure their position. But for now, we will be seeing Miramar later on after a short break.
Brozelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave? What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me, you'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me, you'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa,
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
Alright, welcome back to Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. This is once again day 4. We're seeing group number 2 go at it. This will be their last chance, this last match 6 Miramar. Once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and together with me tonight is Torix.
Thank you so much, Annie, once again for the wonderful welcome. And yes, the match number 6 is about to start. The plane has taken its flight from the Ladrelia side all the way up to the Impala. It is going slightly shifted towards the south favored, but knowing the flame line and the circle, the tussle between these two entities, circle is definitely going to go somewhere in the northern side corners. Maybe at the Oasis, maybe at the La Cobreria. We do have to see that. But aside from that, majority of the areas like Valle del Mar, the El Pozo, Hacienda del Patron, San Martin, El Azhar, Los Leones, those major hot drop locations are accessible for the teams, for the players at this time. So whatever these players do, whatever these contenders are going to do from this point onward, we do have to see what needs to be done and how the circle is going to actually affect their drop location.
And that's definitely something that we will learn later on. But for now, it looks like a lot of these squads are favoring the southern side, so that's interesting because number one, the circle is at the northeastern side, and that will just spell trouble for everyone later on. Number two, everyone is landing in the same basically vicinity, so we're gonna expect a lot of early game engagement. Over here, I can see 3 different colors actually. Coconut shooting at a member of Ego. It looks like Ego will be having the first casualty, and now Club Coconut has 1 elimination in the bag for the first blood.
That is what I wanted to see, to be honest. Early stages fights, early stages clash, and that's exactly what's happening right now. 18 teams are right now alive, but the number of players that got eliminated, it's amazing. It's amazing. And at the same time, the Picado fight, that's right now happening. Just look at the number of colors. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4 different colors. And I don't know why one of the Team CNS's players is actually near the petrol pump. Maybe he's refueling his backpack. I don't know. But you can't refuel that. You only can refuel the cars. 2 minutes in, and 67 players are remaining. Ego, they either joined with the 2-man or they lost one of their players, the LNS. It's either the same for them or they got lost in one of their players. Either Ego has lost one of their player or an LNS, because Coco, Team Coco, they have that 1 elimination.
And it looks like those eliminations aren't gonna stop soon because with 4 squads in this area, I'm sure it's not gonna end peacefully. So this is between CNS and that is Club Coconuts, and of course a Soul in the red building. But for now, it looks like CNS, they're done looting. They're just positioning themselves. And all the while in another part of the map though, Goat against AZT. Goat gets a knockdown on a member of AZT. Shate needs that revive. All the while, the 3 other members, I don't think they have the luxury of getting their member up and running again, because Goat has them surrounded in this green building. AZT, will they come out of this scuffle alive? That is something that we will have to wait and see later on.
That is one thing that we do definitely have to see, and how the players are gonna take those fights with that. But Goat White, let's see. This grenade, is it gonna hit anyone? The answer may be a no, because you just got naded by the hand of Clutchy. Clutchy naded you, you got knocked out, and now, Team Goat, you need to get into the compounds alongside of each other as soon as possible, because if you're taking more time, then that means that AZT is taking like their sweet time to revive the players up, get the loot back up, and at that time, maybe go back again to the 4-man that they were before. But Kaneki, he's not going to let that happen. He may find the players, but AZT, wait a second. After Shate's knock, 4K is also on his knees.
And AZT in a little bit of trouble, but they're not done trying to shoot down the members of Goat just yet. But speaking of shoot down, Sharky gets shot down, and Clutch is also in trouble, receiving those damage from Kaneki from the roof. But it looks like Kaneki will be going down by the hands of Clutchy, and Clutchy has very little health yet, but that's not gonna stop him from getting that chase on, trying to get that full elimination to his name. But all the while, Goat, they have 1 member that got eliminated, and Kaneki needs that revive. And actually, Kaneki ends their life there, and that is the end now, with only 2 members left for Goat. What will they do against AZT? And it looks like AZT Sharky will be going down, but it doesn't go. Does it go to the numbers of eliminations for GOAT? It looks like it did, but that would be the end of AZT in the hands of GOAT Esports.
It definitely is. GOAT Esports, 3 elimination to SE7, 1 to Kaneki, but Kaneki and White couldn't survive. They got eliminated from that point onward. Aside from that, we are definitely seeing one complete casualty of a team in this game. That is AZT. But once again, back to the Picado we go. Club Coconuts, a 4-man alive, 1 elimination to their name, and they are right now together with the team SOL. One wrong move is all it's going to take the player out of the proximity of the area to get them eliminated from this point onward. So whatever you do, be careful on what you are going to do, because this is not the place. This is not the place to lag behind. This is not the place to lag behind. If you do, it's gonna be over for you.
Definitely, I agree with you right there because you gotta play carefully. Although I do want them to play riskily still. If you are a player, if you're a squad and you want to make it to the finals, you do have to play your cards correctly. And this is exactly what Seoul is doing right now. They're just biding their time, knowing that there are a lot of people in this area. They have to play it safely. But actually, I noticed a while ago, I think there was someone throwing grenades inside of Club Coconuts, but for now it looks like we can see Crown has spotted members of SQD trying to shoot at Crown. It looks like they have that elimination on Black. They have 1 elimination to their name, but fortunately Black, they go down, and now that leaves Crown with only 3 members left. But SQD and Crown all the same, they need to rotate out of this area. They are currently being eaten at by the circle, but it's not over yet. What is happening? That car is stuck. That is not looking good for the members of Crown and SQD. All the while, they are taking advantage of that little scuffle, and now they are shooting at the members of Crown. And for now, the circle is a bit empty, and everyone else will have to rotate there sooner or later.
Everyone will definitely have to rotate there sooner or later, but the main concerning factor still arises that the teams at the Picado, the one that are insinuating the fight, how well are they going to be able to approach the situation into their own favors? That 17 teams, kill feed going lit to the Coconut sides. Zara gets a full confirmation on one of the players of the team, a Crown Coconut, but there we go, SOL, Son of Lawns, getting another elimination on the team CNS. Kaiju finally gets a finisher on his side. June also using, oh my god, the VSS to take a casualty out. This is huge. Using the DMRs, the auto DMRs to take those players out is a very, very decent choice. But Son of Lawns, you are outside of the circle. Remember this. My main question is, how did that single player got on top of that triple 4-story building?
I want to know as well because that is a great location. But for now, speaking of great, wow, Club Coconuts getting a knockdown on a member of Seoul, and right now Club Coconut they're not done yet with Seoul. It looks like CNS actually third party. They also take down a member of Seoul. So these are, I believe, 4 different squads in this area. And of course, this is not gonna end peacefully for these people. And right now, we can hear those gunshots, but no one is getting knocked down just yet. And whether or not some health is going down, that's left yet to be seen. But for now, it looks like with all their resources collected in this area, they will be going at it at each other. And who will emerge victorious from this scuffle, we will know later on. But for now, it looks like everyone is biding their time, trying to check when is the right time to strike.
That is the main concerning thing. When is the right time to strike? When is the right time to proceed on to these guys? Because so far, what we can see is that Seoul, SOL, they are receiving that damage. Tika may just get the elimination, but that's not the case because Club Coconuts, they got a full confirmation on them, and the team SOL, they're not only going to survive the 4-man squad, but they're also going to take more casualties on the team CNS side as well. June, this time around, gets a confirmation. That's 5th elimination that they are going to have for themselves. Beautifully done by these guys. And the amount of sheer will that these guys have, SOL, the way that they're surviving, it's commendable.
I agree with you right there. I actually saw Soul getting knocked down several times, but for now, they actually have all four members of their team still left standing, and they have 5 eliminations. All the while, although there are 4 squads in that area, Ego hasn't been participating in the clashes. They had 0 eliminations to their name, and it looks like Ego Esports, yes. I believe one of their team members is actually disconnected from the match, and they are already 1 player short from everyone else. They joined the team with only 3 players, so with that numbers disadvantage, it's not looking really well, and it's a good thing they decided to step out of the clash. But for now, NG spotted players of Tyrants Almighty, I believe, and now these two teams, whether or not they will spot each other, that we will see later on.
We definitely will see that later on, but so far it is 16 teams. 16 teams, not a lot like elimination that so far has happened, but it's still some elimination. But Tyrants Almighty, they are on the Pain side. Pain gets a knockdown. It will be a confirmation for this guy. CNS is also moving around from the circle perimeters. But NG. The main question still arises. The SKS, the Mini 14s, and even the M416 for the 4 times. The way that these players were shooting at the Team CNS's side. Will they survive? Will they may even dare to come around from this perimeter? But Aman, wait a second. You are actually going for that fight outside of the circle. These guys are ready to take that action into their own hand. 1 player, CNS, Abiru gets knocked down. It's a confirmation. CNS could have forced they're out of the perimeter.
Wow, that's absolutely crazy taking that risk, but that risk does pay off, and now they will be walking away with the spoils of their victory. And for now, we are just taking a look at the circle. It's gonna close down to truck stop later on, but for now, everyone else will have to secure a location that will favor them. I believe we're still on the double digits in the number of teams that are still left standing. That's 15 teams, but only 47 players left standing. Just taking a look at the list, actually, there are several teams that aren't in the 4-man, but there's still quite a lot of teams with all 4 members still left standing. So this will be an interesting few minutes later on. These teams, they will be forced to face each other sooner or later, and when that happens, we'll just have to wait and wait for the circle to really bring everyone together.
Yeah, the circle is the one thing that's going to bring everyone together, whether they like it or not, and whether they want to even like it, get included or not. But TTS, Shafu, low on that HP. Hunter, can you get that confirmation? Can you confirm that elimination up? This is the bigger question, because if you can, that definitely is going to put a lot of peer pressure on the TTS. With TTS, they have finally got back to their players. They're instantly going to go for that revival. There we have it. There we go. And TTS, they're once again going to be back on the 4-man squad that they were. NRS on the other side, Team Night Raiders, they have 4 players alive, out of which 3 players are in the car, and 1 elimination to their name. This is a good thing. This is a really, really nice choice that the player have put themselves into, not only just a position, but as well as the gun choices that they have. 4 p.m. Ooh, someone needs to tend the players up of the 4 p.m. because 4 p.m. has lost one of their players. The second one is on his knees. And if not tended carefully, they might lose their second player as well.
Not looking for 4 p.m. now, but hopefully they come out alive because no one is showing on the kill feed until now. ZW takes Mamba down, and that just leaves 2 players left standing for CNS. But CNS, they're not done with ZW. They want to get that revenge kill. Now they are shooting at the members of ZW, but unfortunately, Predator is the one that gets taken down. No, the last player left standing is in trouble because ZW is pushing in, and they do get No down, and that is a wipeout on CNS Esports in the hands of Z Warriors.
That is the case. That definitely is the case. But Pinchu, now you need to push forward. stay together with your team, but yeah, slightly push forward to the enemy side. So far, four teams have finally been eliminated. Annie, this is the last match for the group number 2. This group, and out of this, the top 5 will be moving into the grand finals from the perimeter. But if you want to move into the grand finals, you have to be into the top 5. So whatever you do, do not make any kind of wrong move, because that might put you in a really pickled position. 14 team members are alive. SQL together. Now they're going to be pushing onto Team NRS. But NRS, he managed to get that confirmation, but not enough. He's not going to be able to survive because the play zone is going to take him out. The grenade goes over. He actually took down his own teammate, SQL. No! Come on! But instantly on the backside, there's the rest of the team NRS taking another player of the team SOL down. Zarek is going to be the final hope, but the car burst down is enough to take him out. It's over. It's over for the team SOL.
SOL, that was an unfortunate end for them. One after the other, they just went down because of their questionable decisions, basically. But Crown over here, it looks like they are quite safe. I like their location, but they will be running into another squad later on. I can see from the map. That would be Since MV Esports being over here. They're ready with their grenades, and Joker already throwing those utilities in, but no one gets picked off for now because Since MV Esports going out, trying to get that push, trying to get those shots to line up into the members of Crown, but all the while somewhere out there Ego Esports gets eliminated off the picture. But for now, Since MV Esports throwing all those grenades at Crown, and Crown will be doing the same for now, but the kill feed is not showing anyone going down, so we'll just have to wait until someone goes down from this scuffle between Crown and SC.
Yeah, these teams will definitely go into the tussle. The one thing we do have to see is when that's going to happen, when that is going to ensue the players to take those fights against each other, because so far, the way that the circle has actually shifted, yeah, majority of the teams will be trying to get inside that circle. Some might get eliminated at that time, but aside from that, I don't think so. I don't think that the players might be able to work their way around this perimeter. The only thing that I'm more concerned about is the outskirts fight, is the fights that are insinuating right now outside of the local side areas, outside of the safe side areas, the circle. That is what I'm more concerned about, because look at the shots, look at the fires that are going around. The players are getting a lot of damage. One player from the TTS side gets a knockdown, and that is Chinpo, Aku, and Cloud, the only 2 guys that are alive. They're trying to find out the players outside of the circle, but they're not going to do that because the players, they were behind that ridge. Another circle shift going south, this time SQD. The only one team that is inside of that circle.
And that circle is closing in really fast. TTS Cloud is in a bit of a trouble with the red on their health bar, but for now, Lian finds themselves in the grave. LNS completely gets wiped out somewhere out there in the map, but LHC, they are also in trouble. Mighty is in the red, and it looks like they have lost Mad Boy completely, but their crosshairs are lining up towards the elevated part of that mountain. TTS in the distance. LHC trying to get those eliminations, but they haven't found the opening just yet. But all the while, Z Warriors gets eliminated out of there, and Crown is also in a bit of trouble, but it looks like they're doing really well with 4 eliminations. And all the while, Since MV Esports gets eliminated. Lots of things happening everywhere in Miramar, but that's to be expected. We are in stage number 5 of the circle, and we are 19 minutes into this last Miramar map.
We definitely are 19 minutes into this last Miramar match. Top 5 will be moving forward. Remember, guys, this is the only time that you're going to have for yourself a Tyrant Almighty. Itui, he's finally going to be spotted. Jode is going to use that S12K to take him down, but nobody knows Zeus. Nobody knows where Zeus is situated at. Oh my god! Ooh. Zeus? You beauty? You sneaky guy? Get back up. Get back up. Get that backside elimination. Two elimination. That is for you. instantly. But come on, you need to be faster. Just one bullet into the gun. Oh my god, somebody gave him a hand. Somebody definitely gave him a hand, and that is the Team NG Sports. LHC, they got eliminated. TTS with the 2 elimination with just a single guy right now alive because Cloud is on his knees. Oh, there's nothing that you guys can do. Aku is going to throw that grenade near the Team Crown side, but Crown is definitely going to move away from the perimeter.
And Crown has 2 problems actually. They spot 2 different squads. That would be 4PM and TTS. So with their attention split between the 2, that's just gonna spell trouble. But for now, NG finds that elimination on Cloud. So for now, Crown Joker spots Aku as well, trying to get that elimination, but those bullets just won't connect. Hisham, however, goes in close. And who will come out alive? That would be Hisham. Aku will be getting eliminated alongside with the rest of his team. Crown walks away with 5 eliminations to their name.
Crown definitely walks away with a 5 elimination, but we are down to the top 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time. This is the only time that you're going to have. The teams are going to have for themselves. This is not the way to go. This is not the way to go for the players, for the teams. So whatever you do, be careful of your surrounding. Be careful of what are you going to do. But SQD, Tyrant, now, they are moving forward. They are closing in into towards the side. NGL at the same time is also somewhere into the perimeter where they're getting some of the maybe damage from the circle in a short while if they're kind of like stuck here. But Team Crown versus NG, it's going to happen. It is about to ensue. It is about to happen. One wrong move, and that's all the other team is going to take to get you out of this perimeter. Team SQD, in fact, they're in the circle. They're at the corner. They don't need to do anything. Just hold your perimeters. Just hold your positions, and not to make a single sound. Let the other team come close to you, and then you show the element of surprise. But Crown, oh no, that's 2 down of Crowns. Last 2 men surviving, and nothing else to do from the Crown side.
Speaking of Crown, they have spotted members of 4PM, and now Crown, they are trying to get more eliminations to their name, but they are in a very, very weird area. They are here at the side of this elevation, and of course 4PM is just right about the corner, literally. And now, with the explosion from that grenade, no one is going down, but Ice Suit, they will be going to the location where 4PM is, and shots being fired, and it looks like 4PM will lose that scuffle, and they completely get eliminated. Now we are down to the last 5 teams in this map, and this game, this is gonna go really fast now that that circle is moving on to stage 7, almost stage 8. Lots of things are gonna happen. For example, SQD versus Goat, and it looks like SQD is going down one after the other with on the hands of Goat Botu, the last player standing in Goat Esports. What can you do when you are the only person left for your team?
There is actually, you cannot do anything as you are the final player alive from this perimeter. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to go forward from this point onward. But NGL, Lucy, let's see what you are going to do, because so far it is the Team STM, Santi, closing in on the other side. Team NRS down to the last guy. Oh my god, the grenades may ensue on towards the players. SDQ, a single grenade is all it's going to take down the Crowns at the same time. Back to back, that's elimination. NRS gets to the elimination as well. And SDNG, they are going to be the champions of this match. They are going to take this chicken dinner for themselves. An amazing end to the final match of the group number 2. This is the very end. This was the final match, and the match winner, the match chicken dinners, goes to the Team NG Esports.
Yes, congratulations to LG Esports for bagging the victory with an overall ranking of question mark. That is the question for later on, with match points of 20, total damage of 1,153, total eliminations whooping 10, and a total points of a 143. That is SDMZNG, our winner chicken dinner for this last match for group number 2. Your last chance to place in the top 5 in order to move up to the finals later on.
Yep, that is the thing. This is your final chance to move into the grand finals because this was the only chance that you had. But NG, with 5 eliminations to Lucy single handedly, Santi has one, Aman has one, and 3 for Zano as well. So that's 5 and 5. That's 10 elimination that the team NG is going to have for themselves. New generations, beautifully done to you guys. 20 points in a single match. It's definitely going to put a lot of pressure on a lot of teams that they might not be able to secure that top 5 position. 62 total eliminations, 55 knockouts, 7,900 healing, 6 elimination of the grenades, 28 assists.
And disappointingly, 0 vehicle eliminations as well. But we are moving on to the MVP. That would be NG's Lucy 10. 5 eliminations with damage of 515, assists of 2, knockouts of 5, and heals of 318. And of course, survival time with 23 minutes and 50 seconds. Of course, that is to be expected from one of the members, the best performing member of our Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. So the question is now, how will the rankings fare? I mean, we are still in the top players, however. So Lucy has 5 eliminations, Toko has 3, Joker has 4, Aisuit has 3, and Zeus has 3. So the question is now, how are these 18 teams faring? Who will get into the top 5 and who will find their team playing in the finals later on?
Yeah, how the teams will be playing into the finals later on. This is the question. But so far, it is after the 20 points. It is 13 for NRS, Team Crown. Then we have GOAT with 8, SQD with the same amount, 8 points, SOL, in fact, with 7. 4 for LHC, 4 PM, and the Warriors as well. This is the end of the first chart. Second chart is definitely going to show some really the names which are going to be disappointing at this time. TNS, LNS, first of all, with 0 points. Sense, Ego, Kuda, and Coco. They only managed to secure 1 point for the name. AZT, Aztecs, they got 2, 3 for TTS, and AMGT with the 4. But I am so sad for the team at TTS. The way that they started their aggression in the day number 1 and even the day number 2, the first half of the game, it was good, but they started lacking behind at the very end. And even right now, they're on the second chart with just the 2 points.
Yeah, actually, it's really sad to see the performance of TTS right now. But that is PUBGM PUBGM for you. Actually, things happen, and it has a little bit of luck in the concoction, because where you're gonna drop off in the flight path and where the circles will go, that also affects your victory. But for now, yes, that was Miramar. 20 points going to NG. They do secure that chicken dinner. And of course, that was the last chance to secure your slot in the top 5. So for now, what everyone's question now is, who will move on to the finals? And of course, that is also my question. But for now, I think we will be seeing some more the top MVP actually of the whole tournament. I believe this is
Yes.
SDMZ's NG's Zeke 66 with average eliminations of 2.8, average damage of 388.2, average assist of 0.6, average knockouts 2.5, matches played, of course, 10, and average heals of 185, with a total eliminations of 28. That is great.
Yep, that's the highest elimination that anyone got into the past 2 days. And this is this guy, with Zeke, with those elimination. Then Mighty has 24 elimination, 4,447 damage. Then we have Toko with 24 eliminations, 4,207 damage. SE7 with 22 eliminations, 4,380 damage to this guy's names. And last but not the least, on the number 5 into the MVP race, the top players, it is TTS Cloud with 23 eliminations and just a damage of 4,272. Still, all of these players managed to secure double the damage of what they had of those eliminations. But Zeke, remember this, Annie. This guy is on the number 1 with the highest elimination, but amount of damage that he managed to secure is the lowest compared to everybody else. Just the sheer power, the amount of eliminations that he managed to secure until the very end. It was amazing. But here we have the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, that will be moving into the grand finals. SDMZNG, after this chicken dinner, they got that number 1 position for themselves, 243. LAT Sports, 123 points. On the number 2, TDS with 118. They're still going into the grand finals. LNN Knight Raiders, 102 points. And last but not the least, it is RDS Crown on the number 5 with 101 points. The margin does set a really big one after the number 5, because on the number 6, Annie, it is Goat Esports with 87 points.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Everyone in the top 5 had at least 100 points. They made it to the 3 digits. And congratulations, of course, to these 5 teams for securing their slot in the grand finals. And of course, for your other your other favorite teams, you can see their statistics here as well. And of course, it's not the complete end of everyone. Of course, this is also, some kind of practice for your later on your career here as a pro player in PUBGM. It's not over for everyone, but still, it's a nice try for everyone else who hasn't secured their top 5 slot for the grand finals. And of course, everyone did a great job these past few days. These past 2 days, however, for these 18 teams. And just a really great performance from here, especially those who made it to the top 5. So, Torix, what can we expect for the grand finals now?
The main thing is there are still 2 more days left for the playoffs to end. There is another group going from tomorrow and the day after as well. So make sure you do, guys. You guys hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't done so, and make sure you like this stream for your favorite team, and do join with us from tomorrow onward for the next group as well. But now it is all it from the both of us. We are going out from this point as well. We will see you tomorrow, the same time, same place, with some different teams. Until then, have a beautiful night. Take care. Goodbye.